Alright. So you were at the fort, I believe.
Yeah, we just cleared it out and we're getting a short rest in.
Now,
Did we get a short rest?
were
I
you
thought we did.
short? I thought
No,
you
no.
left the fort, or were you at the fort?
No, we were at the fort taking
were
a short
preparing-
rest, getting ready for an ambush with the next patrol coming in.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
but I think Zerx wasn't sleep. I know one person was keeping a watch. I don't know who it was though.
I was up in the tower as a
Yeah,
hobgoblin.
Zerk's in a tower, yeah.
Okay, so Zerx didn't get a short rest then.
Well, I can short rest in the tower.
Yeah, you
Oh.
can short rest in the tower. We didn't finish the short rest, though, I
Okay,
don't
okay.
think. I'm pretty sure...
No, we were starting it.
Yeah, you were just getting to it, and I had to
Alright,
check
alright,
for events to see if anything happened while you were attempting it. I'm just...
And I make sure to lock the gate. And then I let Nala out with a crowbar.
Alright.
Yeah, did that ever happen? Did I ever get out, guy?
Yeah, I got you out.
All right.
Zach would have got him out eventually. If not with her lockpicks with her nasty words.
Should have released you from your
words.
mortal coil.
Oh, I need to take off the.
So vicious mockery has to be renamed into emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Alright, my apologies. I'm just still making sure I have these notes right.
Nah, you're good. And then the upgraded version will be called traumatic damage.
Alright, that looks correct. Yep, so we got Talon, Scribe, Zerx's leader, Quartermaster Scurry. It was the 3rd of autumn, 3:30 p.m. when you started your rest. Alright, so give me a... I'm going to put Zerx outside so we can actually see. Give me a d20 roll to see if any events happen
Dun dun dun.
while you're attempting your rest. Alright. So the hour actually passes quietly, and you are able to get your rest in. So go ahead and complete your short rest.
I'm going to yell at the hobgoblin to see if there's any food here.
So he would point to one of the tents and say there are barrels of rations in there. Did you tie him up?
We took his weapons away, so he has no weapons. But I don't know if
I think we did say we tied him up, yeah.
Alright, so he is bound. Restrained, as it were. So yeah, after you finish your short rest, what do you all want to do?
I guess I'll check to see how many rations are in the tent.
So checking out the tent, there are several barrels. Actually, there's probably about 80 days worth of rations here.
Ooh, oh.
Lots of food.
Make sure the farmers eat and get them all arrested for as best as we can until we head back towards the cave.
Yeah, sure, the farmers would definitely eat some of it. So we'll say there's now 70 days because they were kind of ravenous. They haven't been fed well.
How would it be easy? How long would it take us to deconstruct these tents and take them with us during that hour?
It wouldn't be too hard. I mean, they're big and bulky and heavy, so I mean walking around with them could encumber everyone. But
We just need, like, the bedrolls and stuff inside, and then we've got a cave.
Yeah. If you just need bedrolls, there's probably about 12 or so bedrolls. Anyone who wants one can take one. I mean, they're kind of stinky because, like, the hobgoblins aren't, like, their soldiers have been out marching, so... But you could still grab one if you don't have one. But these aren't really one-person tents. These are big tents. They're meant for, like, 8 or 9 people, or 10. So they're a much larger tent.
Y'all want to do some party tenting?
On that note, I'll take the hobgoblin with me into one of the tents and ask him some questions.
Is this during the hour?
If I can ask him questions during the hour, then yes. If
Yeah. I don't think anyone was doing much. So if you want, sure. What are you gonna ask him?
well, first I'd like to make sure that there's nobody else around to hear the conversation, so I'd probably take him into one of the tents to do this.
Okay.
Sure,
Sure.
but before he goes, can I? Is the hobgoblin? Does he look like really injured, or is he sort of like? Does he have cuts and stuff?
So if you look down from the tower, he looks injured. So he's below. You know he's below half. You don't know exactly what he's at, but
Okay. Well, I know they had like salve in one of the tents. Could I just like maybe like bind his wounds, like make sure we're not like carrying him around like bleeding and stuff?
he's not really bleeding per se, but if you want to increase his hit points, you would have to do some healing.
I see. Okay.
Maybe a medicine check. You could give him maybe a little bit of healing because he's an NPC.
Oh, I don't care about healing him. I just want to make sure he's not like make him like more comfortable than just like throwing around with dirt in his
Oh,
wounds and stuff.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can make him much more comfortable. He's all beat
Alright.
up. So,
I see. Okay.
He's a hobgoblin. This is a normal state of life for them.
I guess medicine
let him-
could probably be used to ease his wounds if anyone has medicine or wants to use a healing kit charge.
I'll just maybe like ease him, not like healing him, just like making sure he's a little bit more comfortable, maybe.
All right, Nalo, do you have training?
No.
All right, so you probably couldn't do much for him without training.
I see. I see. Okay. Well, I'll let Scurry have him then.
Okay, so Scurry, you take him into a tent, and you said you're kind of trying to get him where no one's listening. And what do you want to talk to him about?
All right. I'll just get straight with you. I have no quarrel with you, your mercenary band, or your kind for that matter. We're just trying to get the quickest solution, and where possible, the most peaceful one. That said, I know you're also just a mercenary. Clearly, by surrendering, you've shown that. And I'm wondering if you could provide me any information on the Iron Tide itself.
I have some. I thought I told you most of it already, but what else can I answer?
What you know about any factions, let's just say, inside the Iron Tide itself? Maybe some commander that is looking at the warlord spot with, great little eyes. Someone that's got, the support of a decent part of the core.
Give me a persuasion check. Probably with disadvantage right now. He looks at you for a moment and he says, "Can you guarantee my safety? That you will not execute me after I give you this information?"
Well, I'll be frank with you. My intention here, I'm being brutally honest, is to contact said individual and perhaps come to an arrangement where either he stands aside and his loyalists stand aside while we do our thing, or he helps us get rid of the leader of your faction, allowing us to bring this conflict to a halt and us to part in friendly terms with him being, in new power. So yes, I'd be able to guarantee your safety. You'd be able to join his ranks back into the Iron Tide, as far as I'm concerned.
He says, Orcard is a well-respected leader of the Iron Tide. He's done right by his soldiers for a long time, though there is anger and disagreement on whether we should even still be here now that Blackwater has broken his word. Though there was a lot of investment bringing this force across the desert, and Orcard is angered by the betrayal of the humans. I don't know if there is a good faction or leader who would take Orcard's place. as our men are fairly, or our soldiers are fairly loyal to him. But if you, if you could bring Orchard a good, a good bargain, he would probably be willing to listen to you. As
I
for
mean,
replacing him, I don't know if that's going to be possible.
because I'm gonna be frank. We need what's in his possession, and we'll probably acquire it one way or another. We don't really have the coin at the moment, so we'll probably end up have to fighting him. And where possible, I'd like to keep good relations with the Iron Tide as a group, even should we take out his leader. But if that's not possible, that's not possible.
Give me a persuasion check. No disadvantage this time. He says, well, I will be frank with you as well. While your group is very impressive with your tactics and fighting prowess, Orchard is on another level, one might say. He is extremely dangerous and has a magical weapon and magical implements that have made him feared by the Iron Tide. He's not only respected, but I don't think there's anyone in the Tide who could take him one on one. He is easily the most fearsome warrior I've ever seen. So, that is part of the challenge you'd be up against if you're trying to fight against him. You would probably have to weaken him somehow before engaging.
I appreciate that information. So let's say, just assuming here that we're somehow able to take out Orchard, is there any way for us to then part peacefully with the rest of the Iron Tide? Or will we, more than likely after that, have to fight the rest of y'all?
He says you would have to fight some loyalists, but the fall of Orchard would probably break the tide at this point. I don't think there's another person or another warrior within the tide that has the power or influence to keep everything together. More likely, our group would splinter into smaller factions, which would all go their own separate way. You'd probably have to fight some of them, at least if they had known what you'd done, but others would just leave.
That's good to know. Well, I appreciate the information. I'll do whatever I can to secure your life from my party members. I doubt they'll have much of a problem with it. You might end up being imprisoned until this ordeal is over, but you should you retain your life at the very least.
I thank you for that. It is not often that I find honorable opponents. And he gives you a salute.
Senseless killing ain't worth the trouble. It's better to have somebody owe you a favor, in my experience.
Alright, so that was probably during the hour as everyone was on watch and kind of getting things together. The peasants, or the group that you rescued, some of them soldiers, some of them peasants, one of the soldiers comes to you and asks, we're not actually, I would say he comes to, I'll say Tal, because I think Tal was the one who initially rescued them, right?
Yeah.
So one of them comes to you and he says, we're not actually planning to stay here, are we?
No, we were planning on ambushing the next group that comes.
He says,
And then get the fuck out of here. But maybe you guys should go ahead. I don't know. Let me talk to my party for this.
He says, I would be cautious about trying to ambush. If the horns are blown and reinforcements arrive, we could end up stuck in the fort with the whole of the Iron Tide smashing against the door. I almost think we should. Obviously, I'm just a soldier, and you all know what you're doing, but I think we should take our winnings and look for another ambush point. Keep mobile.
How many horns are there usually per patrol party? Do we know that? One, right? Correct?
So this is actually one of the soldiers talking to Tal. I don't know if you'd hear this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Never mind.
gonna walk into the middle of the camp and gesture everyone to gather around.
Alright, so we'll say this is after Scurry's interrogation. Tal kind of motions for you all to come over, and I guess we're gonna keep Zerks in the tower, though, right? Because he's keeping an eye on things.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and strain to hear, but that's about it. And keep an eye out.
Yeah, so what's the plan here? We're definitely gonna get chased, I think. No matter what we do. My plan was to stay here for the next patrol, then leave. Maybe we have 2 horns. 2 of us could go through the woods at night and blow them once the search parties are out. I don't know.
That is interesting. Another thing that we could do is once we see a patrol coming, we leave the fort, right? Once we see a patrol coming, we blow the horn somewhere in the forest, wait for them to come to us, ambush them, take them out quick and run. That way we're not holed up in a fort and we can always escape through the forest.
That makes
I'm
sense. Yeah.
I'm just not sure we can always escape with these many
That's true.
people slowing us down.
And then you have Zach just probably loafing around, exhausted.
Yeah, all the ex-slaves are exhausted as well.
The only issue that I've got is that, obviously, once they've discovered that we've attacked this outpost, every patrol is going to be twice as hard to kill and ambush. So
Well,
I'd
it's a
love
good
to get
thing
an
we have
advantage out of
backup
it now.
coming.
We do have backup coming, but I'd
No, we
like to
don't.
deal the biggest bro that we get.
I think Zach was being sarcastic. Because
Yeah.
She was.
Because I don't think there's been a message sent to Shock yet.
There hasn't.
Yeah. One of the soldiers says, "Do you have another base of operations somewhere? Somewhere where we could kind of bed down for a while and recover?" I don't
We
think we'll
do.
be-
We've got a cave that we've taken over where we can rest. It's a safe place.
Yeah,
Well-
how confident are we that they're not gonna find us there?
It's not too far away. They could probably track us though if we
Uh,
go directly there.
Could we
Yeah,
ask Dale-
it's a few
Dale-
miles. You could, with survival, you could try to hide your tracks.
Could Dale do that technically in the background?
I can make a roll for him. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what his survival is, but I think he had good survival, if I remember.
He had it trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the actual woodsman among you.
It was the only reason we could live in the woods now.
We need
I'd
a
be fairly
woodsman.
confident we'd be safe there.
Yeah.
Another thing too, I know some of the farmers are willing to fight, but I don't know how many of them want to fight. And forcing them into it or sort of coercing them may not be the best course of action.
I mean, obviously, anybody that's not confident in their fighting ability will be a liability rather than an asset in a fight.
The
Anybody
farmers,
that's not comfortable with it, they should stay behind. But any able-bodied man that's willing to put up a fight, at the very least, should be able to do so.
So up to 2 of you who've been talking, the group's choice who they want, give me persuasion checks. Oh, and I think Scurry, you need to change to your character in the chat because you look like your, I think, account. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And I'll give you advantage on those checks actually, so you can roll again, Scurry.
Am I able to make that roll or no?
Yeah, up to one other person. You probably not because you're over on the tower. So it's the 17. So yeah, you're talking about the farmers, and the 4 of them walk up, and one of them says, sorry, not 4, the 6 of them. We are willing to do our part. You've saved us. If you need help fighting against the hobgoblins, we'll take up arms and help you, though we might need a few days to recover.
Very well. In that case, I'll suggest that we grab whatever we can for supplies, bedrolls, anything you guys need. I'll point to the farmers. And we start getting ready to leave the fort.
They
Grab
nod.
everything we can and need.
They say, we'll bring the food. We just need to be shown where the cave is.
Alright, and we probably shouldn't go directly to the cave. It would make it a bit harder for them to track us down.
So unfortunately, they don't have... The soldiers do, but they don't have medium armor proficiency. So all they could really grab from this camp as far as armaments is probably spears. Because there's no leather armor here.
We're missing the ranger, right?
Yeah.
He's in the background, but he can make checks. So I can make rolls for him.
In that case, I'd suggest that our new ranger friend shows them back to the cave.
Well, we also need to go back as well. Our little one, she's gone down quite a few times. I think
That's
she needs
true.
rest.
So we're giving up on the ambush of the next patrol?
Yes, for now.
Alright.
No. One thing too, if this is sort of like an all-out war scenario, we would probably burn everything here so they can't get it back, but I don't know if we want to necessarily just burn things needlessly.
Well, a fire will send a signal up into the air, the soldier says. Though it would possibly make it harder for them to use the fort again. But I imagine them bringing in new tents wouldn't be much of a problem. And Dale would say, I'll get everyone moving back to the cave while you all figure out what you want to do.
Can we just get everybody out and, like, have one of you jump the wall, just leave the door closed?
I mean, you could climb over again, but you get poked by
I'll
the
jump down to
spikiness.
someone grabbing me.
That's actually a really good idea. I like that. The last person locks the door and jumps out. And they
Well,
can't get back into the fort
I mean,
without jumping over.
yeah, they'd probably have to send someone to climb over, get spiked. But Dale, so he's going to take the supplies and your soldiers. And actually, Quartermaster, if you could mark down that the group now has 2 soldiers and 6 farmers.
They're in our inventory. Go, soldier mons!
Soldiermon, I choose you. Soldier.
Also gonna.
I actually wrote that down last session already. We're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my light crossbow that I don't use and give it to one of the farmers who wants it.
Oh, he
It's
thanks
a
you.
simple weapon.
Yeah, so if you want, you can mark that one of the farmers has a crossbow. Dale also tells him to grab the food, so you do have another 70 days worth of food you can add to your stuff.
See, we didn't need them anymore. We got 70 days worth of food.
Yeah, now you got food, and you can mark that that's in the cave.
And are the like what type? Is it all grain or is there some meat provisions?
It's preserved rations, so it's
Okay.
like meats. Basically, they were salting a bunch of the deer they hunted when they first got here. So it's preserved. It's not going to go bad. It's the good kind of rations.
Our poor baby bear's gonna have such high cholesterol.
Yeah, I was about to say bears might
I
not
mean,
like the
yeah.
dried meat so much.
I mean, yeah, probably not, but
I
You
just
know.
realized last session I wrote down 6 farmer bait.
6 farmer bait, 2 soldier bait. All right, so they leave, and Dale is trying his best to cover their tracks. Let's see how he does with that. Moving slowly behind the group and trying to erase signs of passage. If only there was a spell that did this.
If only we had access to it, but yeah, at this level.
Alright, so that would be survival. Yeah, sure. Seems good. Alright, what does the group want to do?
I vote we head back to the cave as well and let the tired one rest, and all of us rest as well and get our strength back.
Alright,
If we needed to, especially if they were trying to track stuff down, we could
take the long
Even
way around, leave
a
some
different direction and leave some
obvious
obvious
tracks,
tracks. Yeah.
Alright, and you're taking the hobgoblin as well.
So the hobgoblin's only bound with arms. He's not leg bound, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Alright, so the group picks everything up and you're doing that thing where you lock the door.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'll jump down to whoever catches me. I'll lock it in.
It's already locked. I locked the door.
All right, who is the last one out?
Nalo.
Probably me.
So Nalo, you took 4 points of piercing damage getting out.
Let's go.
I'm down, boys. Who's
Falls
got me?
unconscious.
It
But
takes another 6 damage.
no, you wouldn't take falling damage. You're fine. You just take a little poke as you're going over. But then the group would head back to the cave. What are you doing at this point? It is about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Did you say I could spend like an hour with that item that we found in the cellar and figure out what it is or what it does?
Yeah, you can try to experiment with it, but you do need an identify to figure out exactly what it does. Oh, wow. The item you found in the cellar. That was a while ago. Let me see what that does.
I remember that we found out what it does.
I thought you did, or at least you
Yeah,
found
we
out
did.
some.
It's a plus, something a plus to saving throws, something like that.
I don't know, Zerx. I don't think he told us, but he felt that. He felt that he was like.
Yeah.
Plus the AC and plus.
I think you figured out an aspect of it, but you thought there might be more.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna if things go sour, sorry, I'm gonna tune to it.
You needed to be evil alignment or neutral, I think, something like that. Yeah.
Or maybe even chaotic. I don't know.
No, because Shock was the only one that like felt bad vibes coming off the thing. I remember.
Yeah, I asked.
Tao's willing to murder baby bears. I mean, come on now.
Well, I think it was the basement gave you bad vibes. If you were of good alignment, the actual amulet, I don't know if that was the case.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think there was some writing on it, but I don't think you spoke it, the language.
We figured out what it was. It says, "Don't fear the undead."
Or don't fear death or something.
Yeah. Which, given my background, is like this. I like this. This is very nice, very good.
10 out of 10.
Another smashes on the ground. Oh shit!
Huzzah! So it seems like when you were wearing it, that it was making you a bit more dodgy. Like it made you a bit swifter. In mechanical terms, it does require attunement, and it basically has the effect of I think it's an amulet of protection. So +1 to AC and saving throws.
Okay.
There may be more to it, but that's what you figured out. And that does require attunement.
Yeah, I'll tune to it for now and see what other wonderful things it has inside.
Alright, so you don't know if you're going to figure out more without identify, because there's probably some kind of command word involved. But what is the group doing for the rest of the day? For the moment, you are safe within the cave.
Well, I'm going to see if Nalo takes money for song.
I do. But for you, it's free.
Is Nalo singing some songs?
I'll play my pan flute.
All right, so time is passing. You start playing your pan flute. About 45 minutes after you get to the cave, you hear from the north "Ba-brr," as a horn is blown.
Alright, well, they figured out that we've done. I'd suggest, Tal, that at this point we go ahead and send out the owl, since we'll probably have to stay here for a day or two, or at least, half a day, if not longer, in order to get everybody rested up and ready for some guerrilla warfare.
Dale says, I'm going to check around the hills and make sure there's no more signs of passage, just in case they're tracking.
Appreciate that, Dale.
He says, does anyone else have any ability to hide tracks or any knowledge of survival?
Well, I can hide myself, but that's about it.
Alright, well, I guess it will be just me then. And he heads out, spending an hour doing some more stealth work. Let's another survival check.
I'm guessing Zach is probably already asleep.
Yeah, she could be if you want to have her take a nap.
Well, the 3 levels of exhaustion aren't going to go away by themselves.
Yeah. So she is going to sleep. And I'm assuming you're trying to just pass the evening into the next day?
I think we're gonna send out Thea and send a message to what was his name?
Shock.
Chuck, yes.
Shock. Yeah.
Alright, so you send out the owl, right?
Tell him to try and bring more rations where possible as well, since we've got a bunch of farmers to feed now too.
Like, how many rations did the farmer take with them?
We've got
70 days.
70 in the cave.
Yeah, so right now they're probably good for maybe like a week or two. Assuming you guys don't need any of that, and assuming, no one is hunting or anything during that time. So how are you sending a message with the owl? Because the owl can't actually talk.
And
We were gonna write on a piece of paper and have it carried all the way.
does
Alright.
anyone have paper?
We did.
We're
We had
going
the
to write on
map.
the back of the map.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're
Should
gonna
we,
use...
should we tell him about Blackwater?
I'd say not for now. I don't think that's relevant to the current situation.
Okay.
Dale... Or never mind, Dale's not here. Alright, so you write a little note telling Shock kind of the basics of what's going on, that you could use some backup, and you send out the owl, which the owl tells you, because he's somewhat smart, that the trip will probably take him at least a day or two. And then it'll probably take another 3 days or so for Shock to get back. So it's going to be a while till he gets here.
Could I have playing cards. Could I like play with because I know we got some of the farmers here. I want to like raise morale maybe.
So at
So,
this
like-
point, the farmers are pretty much just passed out because they've been
Oh, I see.
worked pretty hard. You can wake them up if you want, but you
No, I'll leave them sleeping.
Okay.
I'd like to suggest that as soon as the farmers and stuff are more rested, that potentially me and Zerx, or maybe just Zerx since he's the most accomplished in this, I guess, do some training sessions with them, get him used to combat tactics like flanking, morale, not breaking rank, all of that.
All right. So you're trying to give them some quick combat training once they're a bit rested. That's fine. We can do that once it comes to the point where they get rid of their exhaustion levels. But for the rest of this day, are we doing anything, or are we passing till tomorrow, or attempting
just a long rest till tomorrow.
to? Give me a D20 roll for events.
You know, technically, it could only take 1 day to get rid of 3 levels of exhaustion.
Just live the dream life.
I have myself taking 3 long rests in a row.
No, you can't take more than 1 long rest a day. It's limited to 1 long rest per 24 hours. So it would take you 3 days, regardless of how much you actually slept. Sleeping has to be... You have to do at least 8 hours to get the long rest, or I think it's 6 hours. But yeah, you can't just rest back to back like that. So you are kind of...
She'll argue with that about the real life.
Well, that's just...
I know.
That's
I
just
know.
the
That's
rules.
rules.
Yeah, that's just the rules. But all right, so the 6, it's getting late into evening. The sun's gone down. It's kind of dark out. Who is, or is anyone actually keeping a watch outside the cave, or are you all just inside?
I'm assuming we're keeping normal watch.
I think whenever we're sleeping, we'll have the people watching outside the cave. But I don't know.
Besides Zach just sleeps.
Okay.
I think
Well, let's see. So is the so I guess is the
so
evening
is every
watch?
watch 2 hours? Wait, so when you take a long rest, is every watch 2 hours long? Because it's like 6 hours.
I want to say it's 3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours. It's 9
each
hours.
watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you're
I think we'll just
you're
do
not
the same rotation.
sleeping. You're not sleeping the whole time, but it's like you're kind of part of that sleeping, part of that's talking. You know, like winding down, like just area of time where you're set aside to resting and then sleeping.
Okay. I'll propose to my group that we have one person watching the outside of the cave, just in the same rotation as the sleep watch.
Agreed.
All right. So as the watches begin, everyone spend a day's worth of food, so you don't get exhaustion. And then, which of Nalo or Tal is going to be outside in the evening?
I am probably me, or I mean,
I don't
Tal.
know. Last time I was morning watch.
I was morning watch as well. I thought. I think.
Evening is Nalo and Tal. Night is
Yeah.
Zack and Scurry. Morning is Zerks and Shock. Although
Oh,
Shock's
okay.
not here, so that would probably be Dale now. But that's what I have for your group watch right now, anyway.
All right, that makes sense. Then I'll be
Oh,
out in the cave.
Actually, it's not
outside.
here. Now you should all be able to see it under character info. All right, so Nalo, give me a. Are you stealthing, or I assume you're not just standing out there?
I'm like not like out in the open, but I'm sort of, keeping watch from like the mouth of the cave.
All right, give me a stealth check.
It's Daddy Bear. Oh no.
Okay. So you're there on watch in the evening. What is your passive perception?
14.
So you would hear something. It sounds like someone in metal armor moving around in the hills nearby. You don't see them, but there are a lot of hills around you. What do you want to do?
Can I tell direction, or is it sort of just
Do you have survival?
no?
Well, give me a survival check on trained. I'll maybe you probably. All right, yeah, you think it's coming from the north.
All right, I'll go back in the tent and I'll
In the cave.
wake up. Oh yeah, that cave, and I'll wake up Zerk, Scurry, and Tal, but I'll leave Zaquine sleeping, and I'll tell them that I think I heard something.
So
and have them come to the
Tal,
mouth.
Tal is actually there because remember he's on watch.
Oh, yeah,
with
he's-
you.
he's on
So
watch,
he's
yeah.
awake, and he would see you walk back in.
So I'll wake up everyone but Zaquine and the farmers and have them come to the mouth of the cave, and I'll tell them that I think I heard something like metal armor.
All right, so you're all awakened by Tal, and you're all walking outside.
Just to the mouth, and then I'll caution them and sort of talk quietly to them and say, "Hey guys, I think I heard someone snooping around to the north, but I'm not entirely certain."
The horns did get blown earlier today. We probably shouldn't spend another day here. We should probably head back down south.
What I'll do is I'll go take a closer look. I can hide myself fairly well, especially during, evening.
Okay,
I should be alright and see what I can see.
give me a stealth check at advantage because it is very dark out. You have the nighttime covering your movements.
On
Nice.
top of that, he's a black cat.
Now, what is your perception passive?
Passive, only 12.
All right, and at disadvantage because of the darkness, that would be a 7. All right,
He's got
so
night
I
vision.
do have dark vision.
yes, but even with dark vision, if you don't have a light source, you're at disadvantage for perception checks. Though luckily, when you kind of crawl up the hill and you're keeping pretty low to the ground, very hard to see, you would see to the north a little bit more a group of 6 hobgoblins with torches. And it looks like there is an orc who's kind of crouched down looking at the ground nearby. And the hobgoblins are looking around. Several of them have bows, a couple of them have swords and shields. So there's 6 altogether, an orc and 5 hobgoblins.
Alright, do they look like they are on a trail, or they look like they're trying to find a trail?
Give me an insight check. It's hard to see from here, but it's kind of hard to see and to tell what exactly they're doing. You'd guess they're searching. They might be like a hunting party.
How far are they away?
They are probably about 200 feet from you right now. So not close, but not that far.
All right, I would like to stay like very far, like stay far away that it's gonna be really hard to spot me. Move around them into the forest, more north with one of the horns.
All right, so you're trying to get to here unnoticed.
Yes, I'm trying to get closer to the fort unnoticed, like around, the forest. Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be, let's see, that's about 2,000 feet. So you're kind of stealthing through the hills very slowly, very quietly, or do you want to move quickly to get there faster?
You said they were about 200 feet from the cave?
Yeah, so you could, there's a couple of factors at play. Because it's night, you have advantage on stealth, but disadvantage on perception. But if you try to move quickly while stealthing, you get disadvantage, so it would cancel out. So you'd have a normal roll. But if you move slowly, it'll take longer to get there, but you'd have advantage.
I'll move quick.
Alright, so give me a straight stealth check as you run through the hills, trying to keep yourself... there you go. Alright, so you make it up to the woods and blowing the horn.
Yep, blowing the horn as loud as I can.
Alright, so there is a loud purr, purr, and you guys back at the cave might actually be wondering, like, hey, where'd Scurry go? And a little while later you hear purr coming from the north. What do you want to do? Actually, the party's still here. It's Scurry that's up there.
Now I'm gonna go back as quick as I can, but, stealthily, so slower, I guess.
Alright.
Trying to avoid the direction that the orcs will be coming from.
Yep. What about the group? What are you doing in this time? Anything, or are you just waiting?
I think
I'm gonna start waking the farmers up to get everybody ready to move further down south, because that's too close.
Alright, so
Yeah,
you go ahead.
I wanna also stealth up the same direction that I saw him leave previously to see maybe if I can find him, if he's like in combat or something or captured. I just wanna like see if I can see something.
Sure. Give me a stealth check at advantage. Alright, so you go up the hill a bit. At this point, you would see the hobgoblins racing north because the horn's been blown. They are running over the hills towards where they heard the horn.
I see. So the horn sounded further away than the party themselves.
Yes. Now that you can see it, it was hard to tell just hearing it down the hill, but now it looks like the horn was being blown from farther away.
Alright, well I'll go back to the cave and tell my party that some shenanigans are going on. I don't really understand it.
Okay. Now at this point, Scurry, give me a stealth check with advantage. As you're like, uh-oh, after you blow the horn. Alright. Uh-oh. So you're moving through the trees. Luckily, they also have disadvantage to seeing. And they indeed do not see you, although it gets very close at one point as you're going through some brush, and they like run right past you, just barely missing you, heading up here. And probably about 5 or so minutes later, maybe 10, because that was actually a pretty long distance, you would make it back to the camp. And you see like the farmers are up, and everyone looks like they're getting ready to evacuate.
Oh, sorry, that's my bad. I blew the horn because there was a patrol getting too close, and I figured I'd run up north near to the fort and blow a horn so that way, they'd get away from here.
Goodness, that was you.
Alright.
Shit. So, who has horns? I mean, you're the quartermaster. Do you have both horns? Or does Zerx also have
Pretty sure
one?
Zerx is the other.
I threw it over the fence, but I would have grabbed it on our way out. I just didn't say anything. But
Alright, just make sure it's in someone's inventory.
Alright, so Scurry and Zerx have the 2 horns.
Or if the quartermaster has it in his inventory.
You want to put it in yours, Zerx, or you want me to put it in party?
just put it in the party for now.
So they're both on Scurry. Lit.
One on Zerx, but yeah, it's in,
Oh,
never
okay.
it's in the party.
Yeah,
got
the only thing is don't put it on both someone's inventory and the party, because then I've seen people like forget and then you have duplicating items. So, yeah. Either
Oh no,
or.
I have 2 of these ones of wishes. What a shame.
Yeah,
My whole team is legendary Mewtwo's. How did that happen?
and a big boulder falls on you.
I wish
How'd
this
that
boulder
happen?
wasn't real.
Yeah. No wand reactions. Anyway, what are you going to do? It seems like things have quieted. You no longer see the hobgoblins in the area. But there is a bunch of commotion from the north now.
I say we start heading south. Is there any more? We need more cover though.
So,
How
Scurry,
much
before you
rest did the farmers get?
It's the beginning of the rest, so no one's really that rested yet. It was just the evening when this happened.
Oh, the farmers started sleeping in the middle of the day, I think.
Yeah,
Or
so
early.
they probably feel more rested, but mechanically they'd still have the exhaustion, because it would have to be end of the day when they'd lose it.
I'm gonna ask Scurry what did he see at the hunting party or well I actually didn't know, like I saw a hunting party but I didn't really see them before they were running away. What did you see, Scurry?
Well, it was a tracking orc that we've seen before, and then some 6 hobgoblins. Looked like pretty much a hunting party, to be honest. I don't know if they were on our trail. I don't think so, to be honest. But then I obviously blew the horn and they left now.
I
Well,
see.
that's they're all whatever other parties are around. They're in that area. Are gonna start to gather towards that point, and there's gonna be a force searching the area for why this horn was blown and nobody's found.
It is about a 2,000 feet area away. I think we should be alright for a while. But if you want to pack up now before we finish the rest, we could do that.
That's the safest thing to do because 2,000 feet is nothing for 8 hours.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
have
it's only 6 now.
The farmers seem cranky. The soldier says, it's a large area of land. I think we should finish the rest. But
It's just a cave. We'll be fine.
the cave is giving us a lot of cover. If we're sleeping out in the open, it's much more noticeable.
All right,
Alright,
sounds
Let's-
like a plan.
let's continue this rest, but be on alert
alright.
as best we can.
Give me another event roll with slightly heightened danger. 14. The rest would go fine for the rest of the night. Oh, and also, you all would level up.
Hey,
So you are level 3. And actually, let me quickly check the compendium and make sure you guys have
That's a
access
big
to my
look.
books.
that's a big level too.
Now I have to decide what subclass we're gonna do. Fuck.
Oh, you haven't done thoughts about that yet? The hell?
I have, but now I gotta make the decision.
Now you gotta execute.
Which one are you thinking of going with?
Which one do you think I'm going with? It's a good question.
Alright, so yeah, you should have access to the compendium. And yeah, just to quickly do a little bit of leveling up. And yeah, what do you. Well, actually, you want me to give you all like 5 minutes to do that level up?
That's probably nice, yeah.
Alright, so I'll give you a little bit of time to think about that, and then we can continue.
I am curious though, what do you guys think I'm picking for the subclass? That might change my mind, to be honest.
Assassin. I mean, what? Assassin's wonderful.
Well, there are arguments on that, actually.
It's gonna be an archer.
It's terrible for the DM, but it's wonderful from a player's perspective.
My original idea was to go swashbuckler. That was like the idea of it. But I honestly, like, I have been thinking, like, with the way that this campaign has gone, especially Detective Scurry, I can't be anything other than an assassin.
You could also be a mastermind.
There are a lot of rogues that would argue assassin's one of the crappiest ways to go.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because you have to get the surprise. That's everything. If you don't get the surprise, you lose a lot of your abilities, and surprise can be hard to get.
Oh, it's not advantage. It's just straight up surprise.
Oh
Well,
god damn it.
if you get surprise, you get the auto crit, and that can be really nice. But if you can't get the surprise, like, I don't know, and I guess you get poisons, but yeah.
It's also if you're before someone in initiative. So if you just roll high on initiative, you'll also get it.
you get advantage, but not auto crit. Because the big thing is the auto crit with sneak attack. That's really like devastating as a rogue. Advantage is nice, but yeah, it doesn't double your damage. I mean, it's not a bad one. It's just a lot of people swear by like the arcane trickster and like using magic to buff your abilities, and a lot of people like the swashbuckler because it's easier to get, advantage. Though swashbuckler I find is not as good now that they've given that steady aim thing in Tasha's. Well, I guess you're less mobile. Anyway, pick whatever you think is best. There's no real wrong answers.
Oh no, I know. I just figured like ask you what other people would think. I love assassin personally. I think I'm going it.
Yeah, an assassin is definitely good.
I do not have my rogue type in Roll20 at D&D Beyond.
What type are you looking for?
Swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler should be in Roll20.
Yeah, because she's using D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you got to share a book with her.
Oh, I don't have any of the D&D Beyond books.
But if you go into your character sheet on Roll20, even if it's not on D&D Beyond, you should be able to like do it.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately,
you'll have to switch to Roll20. Like you can't use D&D Beyond if you don't have the books for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, all my books are through Roll20, not Beyond. So you'd have to have the book yourself, or you'd have to use Roll20.
Why is Roll20 trying to remove my multi-class level? It says after leveling wizard 0.
That is weird. Let me take a look at your sheet. So...
I mean, I guess it's gonna be fine, but yeah.
Maybe it just means you got 0 new levels?
It says before leveling cleric 1 wizard 1 and after leveling cleric 2 wizard 0. But with more hit points, I don't know. I'm just gonna apply it and see what happens.
Well, let me take a quick look at your choices here. Or did you apply it?
I didn't get it. Yeah, I just applied it.
All right. Well, yeah, just see what happens.
And it seems fine. Seems fine.
Okay. Yeah, that might have just been it was confused about that your wizard levels didn't go up.
How do you roll surprise, by the way? So, like, for example, let's say Zerx is fighting somebody, and they don't know I'm even there, and then I stab him in the back. Is that surprise?
Surprise is when the battle starts if the other group is not aware of your group at all. So, like, say you're like, you're scouting an area, a bunch of guys are playing cards, you break in an attack. For the first round, everyone on that side is surprised, and they can't react.
So it's only mechanical surprise. It's not like surprise. I was here too. You didn't see me. Surprise.
So
got it.
For an assassin, you would have to get the drop on someone, to do like an assassination type thing. It's mostly just sneaking up on a group that is completely unaware of you and being able to pull that off. But
last thing I'm going to say on this, and then I'll be clear. Like, for example, that fight we had at the farm where I was camping outside the door waiting for them to come into the fight, would that be a surprise?
Camping outside the door. If you ambushed them, I think they were actually surprised. Were they surprised? I don't remember now. But I think they maybe weren't surprised because they were already chasing someone, so they were kind of in combat already.
That was a different fight. It's fine. We'll rule it on a case-to-case basis. If I think it might apply, I'll ask, and you can just say no or yes, and that's fine. We don't need to spend time on this more. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, I think people are still leveling up anyway. How's everyone looking?
I'm struggling.
Give me a
So,
second. Give me a second. I've got it for you. You just have to join this campaign with your character.
yeah, I mean, I think if you want to use Beyond, then yeah, you might have to get the books. But I do have the books through Roll20 if you wanna, or if you're okay doing it that way.
You should have access to it now again, Faith. Check to see if the class is available again.
And Tal, you're all done. Nalo, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just looking at I don't actually know what college I want to go. Is there only one college I can choose? College of Lore?
No,
Or-
God no.
No, there should be a bunch.
but I don't know. There's a whole bunch, but I don't know which ones are homebrew, which ones are.
Are you using Roll20?
No, I'm not using Roll20. I'm looking at a different thing. I should use Roll20 though.
I mean, so I have, I think, all the books minus the like one or two newest ones. So if you use the compendium to make your character and level up, you would have all the options available there.
If you're using D&D Beyond, you can join that campaign to get access to what I have. It should be most of them as well.
Is there a campaign that I should join?
I sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
It just gives you access to my material.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You haven't sent me anything.
You're already in it.
The mock campaign, it doesn't show the stuff I need.
Okay. Oh, hold on. There you go.
And you can also manually enter a bunch of stuff. That's just a big pain in the butt.
Okay.
Should be good now, right?
I would suggest just making it through compendium if you haven't done that already through Roll20 or through Beyond 20, whichever way you want to use it. Alright, so the night passed without issue. Oh, and Roll20 closed all my notes. One moment. So it is the 4th of autumn now. At 7:30 a.m. Actually, no, I don't think it's autumn. Sorry, I think it was spring. Because summer just ended. I think I skipped a season. So it's the 4th of spring.
It'd be autumn.
Oh, right. Spring, summer, then autumn. Yeah, you're right. It is autumn. I don't know my seasons, apparently.
Did it work, Faith?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
What does the group want to do? You all would also get rid of a level of exhaustion. For those who have exhaustion, the farmers definitely look better. They are still at half speed and disadvantaged to skill checks, but it looks like they could actually fight if they needed to.
Alright.
Yeah, during the night you didn't hear any more horns or didn't see any more patrols. The hobgoblin also looks like he's healed up to full.
Zach is still grouchy.
Zach is still a little grouchy.
Little is putting it very nicely.
So one of the soldiers walks up to, I'll say just the group in general again, and he would say, so what's the plan for today?
That's the question right now. Personally, I'd suggest one of two plan of actions. One, we spent the day training the farmers and getting some general combat tactics worked out. Two, we try and ambush another patrol. Three, which I said I had two, but I've got a third plan now, which is moving further away from these encampments to try and secure a safer base of operations. Though personally, I feel like this cave is safe enough.
He nods. He says, there are also 2 other dig sites where they're having us dig, or at least they were having us dig. One to the north, way north of here, and one to the way northwest of here on the other side of the mountains. I don't know what they're digging for, but they've had us digging since we got here.
Yeah, they're looking for artifacts from what we've gathered.
He nods. He says, you could possibly free more slaves.
That would be very useful, though I think that have them fortified now, we might be better off ambushing the patrols as they take the prisoners from and to.
And he says, well, they are brought in the mornings. It would be too late at this point. But if you get there at dawn, you could hit them on the road. Though they are in view of the tower, so they would probably blow the horn, because they are mostly in view as they're moving to the different camps.
Damn it.
I'm gonna look at the hobgoblin and say like, I thought there would be more commotion than this.
He says,
Like, don't they care that we took out a whole camp?
he says, I'm sure they do, but we only have so many soldiers to spread over a huge area. If I was to guess, I would say they're probably going to be doubling patrols and putting more soldiers at the camps now. He says, our forces are spread kind of thin because we sent a large part of our people down to Chaur to intercept caravans and cause chaos. That's why I said, and he kind of looks back to Scurry and says, that's why I said Orcard might be willing to bargain, because his people aren't in the best position, and this whole campaign is winding on.
Interesting. What do you guys think?
Oh, who took the bag of holding, by the way?
I think I still have it. I don't know it's a bag of holding yet, so...
So you would have noticed that when you put things into it, it didn't seem to change how heavy it was or fill up. You don't know exactly how much you can put into it because you didn't cast Identify, but it does seem like it's a way of carrying more without having to worry about weight.
Then I'm gonna show it to the party. Who wants this?
What is it?
I don't know. It seems seems like some kind of magical bag that makes it easier to carry things.
Oh, is there stuff in it?
Well, was there stuff in it when I got it?
When you looked inside, it seemed empty. It looks like they may have dug it up from the dig site. Do you have any history? History knowledge?
No.
Okay. It does have.
Never mind. I do.
All right. So it does have some strange markings on it. 12. You would guess that this was made by dwarven leather workers quite some time ago, probably 12th cycle by the style of how the bag has been stitched together. And if it's been under dirt this long, it has to be magical because that would have rotted away a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's magical because I detected magic.
Yeah.
I don't know, try it out. And I give it to him.
Alright, so you give it to who?
Zerx.
And Zerx is getting all the magic stuff. Alright, Zerx gets the bag of holding.
Like, he can also pass it on if he wants to.
I just wanted to look at it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, bag of holdings, you would... does anyone have Arcana?
No.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do College of Lore, and I might actually take Arcana.
Did you say something, Zach?
I was being a smartass. I asked what was that.
Oh, what's that? So you said you're going knowledge lore? Was that Nalo?
Oh shoot, we get a feat too, don't we?
No, that's level
Next
4.
level.
Oh, it's 4. It's right.
Level 3, you get your subclass stuff, like assassin. Or wait, Nalo, aren't you a bard?
Yes, he is.
Do you have jack of all trades now? Do we have Nalo here? Is he muted?
Sorry, my parents are trying to dump my 2-year-old son on me. Or, not son, brother. Their son. Not my son.
I mean, he is your son. He's kind of your responsibility.
No. They're literally just leaving, and he's sleeping, and they don't want to take him, and so I'm literally like,
You mean
yo,
you mean your brother?
my brother, not
Okay.
yeah, not son.
He got jack of all trades level 2.
level 2. Yeah.
He got expertise at level 3.
All right. So yeah, if no one has Arcana Nalo, you could probably make an Arcana check. You might know something.
Yeah, dude. Oh god, I'm not trying to influence you, but just pick lore, pick Arcana for expertise. We're all set. All of a sudden, I have all the knowledge.
I've been studying my books. Went to school.
What books, man? He's a leper, basically.
Went to night school during this adventure. Got your GED. All right. So the 16, you know that bag of holdings can sometimes vary with how much they can carry, and overfilling them can be dangerous because if they break, you will lose everything in them forever. It will just fall into some demi-plane.
Alright, we should probably figure out by identifying it somehow how much the capacity is, but I think maybe putting a little bit in there is not too bad.
Yeah, generally they're at least a couple 100 pounds. Unless it was like a really shittily made one.
So, guys, we can put stuff in it, but don't put more than 100, 150 pounds.
But
Is it dangerous?
It shouldn't be too dangerous. I'd say mostly just food we put in there, because losing food is not great, but it's not the worst. Whereas, like, if we lost our bedrolls or lanterns, that would be a bit more problematic. But, yeah, the worst that could happen is all our stuff disappears.
Well, everything that's in there.
Everything, all that's placed inside, yeah. I wouldn't just automatically suck all the realities into nothingness.
Yeah, and you would also know that you can use an action, basically kind of 6 seconds to think about what you want that's in the bag, and you will see it and be able to grab it, but that does take an action.
I see.
So you can kind of almost summon things if you're holding the bag thinking about what's in it that you want, like it almost just kind of pops to the top.
Gotcha. I will relate that to my party.
I'm gonna look inside the bag. Money?
I don't think there's any money in there right now, so nothing would happen. The bag just seems empty, because I don't think you put anything in there yet.
I'm gonna shake the bag, acting like there's something there's got to be something in here. I'll hand it to Nalo. Like, you handle this.
Used condom falls out.
That is not mine.
I swear I wasn't thinking about that, guys.
No, you dirty little.
Finding out things about Nalo now.
Yeah.
That's what he was really studying, eh?
So, yeah, it's about 8 o'clock at this point. What do you all want to do?
Well,
You think Shock's gonna bring Carter with him?
he said he would. Alright, so are we gonna try and ambush another patrol, just the party, while the farmers do some training? The soldiers, I'm assuming, can show the farmers some basic weapons training while we potentially do an ambush.
The soldiers would nod. They'll say, we'll try to whip them into shape. If you can find more food, that would always be helpful, he says. Especially if you're getting more people, like if you're saving more soldiers, we're going to need it.
Do any of the farmers know how to hunt?
So they kind of look at each other. They still seem kind of tired, but one of them says, "Oh yeah, we can try to look around. Though we might want to at least wait a while because this whole area might be dangerous at the moment."
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for
And-
sure. Like, not right now, but in a day or 2, 3.
They
Potentially.
nod. They say, coming from the farms, you learn how to hunt, so we could probably do that. And the soldiers nod. They say, well, we'll try to collect food from the area once things calm down, but yeah, just in general in the future, any food will be helpful.
And I'll also tell them to take good care of the 2 bear cubs. They are our pride and joy.
Yeah, they were all kind of wondering why there's a couple of bear cubs just kind of hanging out, but they say,
They're chilling. They're kind of calm now. They're like, you get used to it.
yeah, well, they're getting fed, so they seem a little bit kind of sad, but they're,
They're sad bears.
they're sad bears right now.
Are they pandas? Is there a sad panda?
Oh, they're sad. They're sad brown bears.
No, I'll give them cuddles.
Ow! Stop clawing. Your girl will learn to love the cuddle.
And also at night school, I don't know. I had dreams of animals. So
Now who's all on board? I'm just enslaving the animal.
maybe you had some books you were reading.
maybe.
So yeah, if you use animal handling, 22, you have training in it, or is this untrained?
This is training from I took the College of Lore.
Oh, okay. So apparently, yeah, Nalo had some books on him. And yes, 22, you would kind of play with them a bit. Do you want to
Just
spend
playful.
maybe
I
like
don't
an
wanna
hour
train them,
trying
I
to
just-
cheer them up?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that they're sort of content, not too scarred.
All right. So an hour passes. Give me another events check. Let's
I
see.
mean, if you're here for an hour, you said there was writing on the back or dwarven symbols.
Not writing, but more just like the stitching and how the bag was created. You could tell it was made by dwarven leather workers, probably 12 cycle, judging by the stitch work.
But nothing that looks like writing. Okay.
Yeah, no, nothing identifying anything about the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a d20 roll during this hour. 2. So yeah, the hour is passing quietly. Is anyone else doing anything during this hour? Alright, so...
I'll see if I can try to get a better idea of I'll ask Nala, hey, can you take a look at this necklace and see if you can garner any more knowledge of it?
Yeah, I read some stuff in my books. We'll see.
do you have any ability to identify magical items?
I have a spell, but I need a
Pearl.
pearl and an owl feather. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
it be used? Can you use as a ritual though?
You would still need the pearl.
Yeah.
Once you have the pearl, you can do identify as much as you want, but you need that
Gotcha.
pearl worth 100 gold pieces. The owl feather is just as long as you have a focus or a components pouch, you don't have to worry about it. But since there's a value to the pearl, you need to have one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Aren't there like feats that allow you to use just other stuff, or I'm not sure.
Not that I know of, because that would be really powerful. Because some spells need
Yeah.
like a 5,000 gold
Really-
piece diamond.
Well, no, I thought it was like up to like 1,000 gold or something like that, but you can.
Or I
only
thought it
use-
was the same. You could use anything of the same.
Yeah, that's what
value.
it was. That's what I thought.
That could
But
be true.
I don't
but-
have that.
Yeah, I don't know what that feat is off the top of my head. But yeah, so unfortunately for now, you cannot use identify.
I see.
That's fine.
Unfortunate.
Alright, so
Alright, well, Zach, do you feel up for ambushing a patrol, or would you like to wait another day before we try anything?
I mean, I can try.
she's at half speed and disadvantage to skill checks, but no disadvantage to actual fighting.
She has what? 1 level left or 2?
2 levels.
So she still looks kind of bad.
Yeah, she's still a little beat up. Where do you want to go to try to do an ambush?
I'd say we start making our way towards the next. Do you think they're gonna send more people back to this encampment?
Probably. I doubt they're done digging, but they'll be very tight security.
So the hobgoblin, hearing this conversation, would say they most likely will. They're looking for magical items and artifacts from the ruins to make this, as I said, trip worth it. So yeah, I would assume in a couple of days, probably they're gonna get people back on it.
How long do you think they'll have this heightened security? For the indefinitely, or until or do you think it'll die down eventually?
He shrugs. He says, I mean, I would guess, I mean, they can't keep it up because they have to use their forces for different, or Orcard has to use his forces for different things.
So eventually, if we keep doing this up, he will retreat. He will leave. He will have no choice but to.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep hitting his soldiers, I mean, I hate to see my people fall, but yeah, if you keep hitting his soldiers, I'm guessing he'll, if he can't find you, he'll probably just try to fall back when it becomes not worth the effort.
And then what will we do with you?
What are your insights?
14. Right, no, wait. Hold on. Nope, yep, 14.
Does anyone have, yeah, I guess what's your highest
I
passive
passed
insight?
16.
16. So with the 16, Nalo, you get the feeling that he isn't telling you everything. This prisoner, I mean.
I'll keep that to myself
Okay.
for now.
Another thing we could do is we could take the horns and start testing out their response times and such. Blow
That
them in
is
random
true.
places around the camp. Keep them occupied. Get them tired. See how many people respond how quickly.
Eventually make the point of the horns useless to the point where they can't trust it anymore.
The soldier will say, the only danger is they do have trackers, and if you're leaving trails where you go, you might get caught. Every time you blow the horn, it's extremely risky.
That is
That's true.
Because you're
Well, can the
bringing,
kitty cat climb a tree?
you're bringing forces down upon yourself. Oh, I mean, he can, but then he has to just sit there. You're
Dodging
you're not a
arrows.
ninja. You can't travel by tree. Hop, hop,
What?
hop, hop.
Don't they have a 10-foot climb speed?
Yeah, but I mean, the branches don't really support a huge cat jumping around in the trees. He's not a squirrel.
Have you never seen a cat in a tree that defies all
I've
physics?
never seen a 6-foot tall cat in a tree.
Yes, yes, we have. Tigers and lions do it all the time.
It's insane, but regardless, it's not in the rules. We're not
know,
traveling
I'm
through
joking.
trees.
I would argue lions and tigers don't travel by tree. They just kind of go up in them now and then to hunt. They don't like hop from tree to tree.
No, I was just saying you could sit in a tree and blow on a horn until people
Oh.
come, and then just shut the fuck up.
Does the goblin have a name? The hobgoblin that we have captured?
Dead meat.
Uh,
I feel like it.
He's not dead. I made him a promise, and we're not killing him. We're keeping him
Oh,
prisoner.
well, I
until he's
assume-
done here.
I'm assuming she didn't say. Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. So he kind of looks, yeah, as she says that, looks at her, and then you say what you said. All right, yeah. So he seems a little bit more relaxed.
I ask him if he has a name or
Do I have a name? Hang on. Let me just look it up in my notes here.
goblinoid name.
Only reason I haven't asked
I'm
is because
totally looking it up in my notes right now.
Random hobgoblin name generator.
No, it's in my notes. I'm typing in a website. No.
I keep all my notes on randomhobgobname.com.
Just give us a random foreign word. It'll work.
He says, "My name is Kurok."
All right. Nice to meet you, Kurok. And do you happen to know if these reinforcements are coming from somewhere? Do you know where that somewhere would be?
He says, "Well, I don't know if there are any reinforcements coming anytime soon. I mean, there might be some coming back north from Chaur at some point. If they feel like they can't do much more down there, the forces will return up here. But as for reinforcements from across the desert, I don't know if Orcard will be able to bring any more than he has here, which was a couple of hundred.
We can also try and ambush the road into the whole encampment and surveil the area. That way we can take him out without the sight of the towers. We'd have to wait a little longer for people to come by, but I'm sure there'd be patrols that are going out hunting or raiding farms nearby would stop by there and come across our ambush. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we should just stay sort of away from this encampment right above us, especially because more activity around this area will cause them to either, search for, maybe a cave, and they might find the cave and kill our farmer friends.
I'm gonna ping where I mean, like to ambush right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna
To the
ask him if he knows
south.
where
Down
the other
there.
encampment's at.
Yeah, that seems smart. I like that idea.
So, yeah, the soldier actually will tell you that there is an encampment to the north, a couple of miles up here, and there's an encampment on the other side of the mountains over here. He says,
But he said that there was vision of those paths and stuff with towers, right?
he says, well, the tower's vision is, I mean, you can, he says, if you want, you could scout all this out yourselves, but the tower's vision is concentrated to the areas within, like, about half a mile of it. Once you start getting outside of that, it's much harder for them to see, especially with all the grass.
Are these other towers also in the wood, or
He
are
says,
they out in the plains?
he says, I've seen two towers, one to the east and one to the west of the mine entrance. And I think there are more towers to the south, but we're not usually down in that area.
I'd like to inside him and see if he's withholding anything.
The soldier?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give me an insight check. It sounds like he's telling the truth. You don't get any withholding or deceptions.
Alright.
What I meant is this area also forestry? Can we get cover inside some trees, or is it all out in the open?
Which area?
Like the north and the north.
The Northmore one. The north. encampment.
So the northern encampment is near a forest. It's not inside one. It's on the edge of one. And the western encampment, the northwestern one, is in between some hills, but that area is much more open.
I said we try to hit the northern one.
Agreed.
We'll go off the map a little, I guess, further
Alright.
away from it.
So you can definitely give that camp or former camp a wide berth. It'll just take you more time.
Which is fine, because they'll give them more time to rest on the way there.
Yeah, we'll leave the farmers here in the hands of the soldiers. That way they can get some more training in, wear off their exhaustion, and Shock will arrive here as well soon.
How long? I don't want to leave them alone.
Me neither. Not for too long, but at least it's gonna take at least a day to get up there, do what we're doing, and come back. I'm assuming.
And
So-
I'll tell them to stay on the down low, not look for fights. And if they do go out hunting, they should go to the south, not anywhere north.
Just leave them enough rations to last
So-
for a day, or several days, so they don't have to go hunting to leave.
That is true.
Yeah, the soldier says, I'm not going to risk hunters right now, especially with what... unless you tell me I should, but I think it's a
No,
very bad
no.
idea. The one thing I will say, though, if they do find us here, we will be trapped, so there won't be any way out, which at that point we'll either be imprisoned or killed. That's the danger of the cave. The good thing is we are well hidden, and they would have to find the cave mouth, which is kind of nestled in the hills. So it's less likely they'll find it. 'Cause
And then I'll get down low and whisper out, and the bear cubs will be slaughtered too.
most
We
likely.
cannot
for
have
food.
this happen.
What are you doing with the prisoner? Is he staying here?
And I'll ask the soldiers if they're good to keep an eye on them.
They nod. They say, "Well, as long as he's tied up, he should be easy to keep an eye on." And the one soldier says, "Yeah, we're gonna bind his feet too, just to be safe."
Oh yeah, that's completely fine. Just make sure you don't kill him and try not to gravely injure him.
Check his bindings every hour if you can. Just to be safe.
Every hour's.
He says, I don't give a fuck about this guy. If he dies from infection, I don't care.
Oh no, I'm just talking about if he manages to loosen them and then.
Oh, bindings like his ropes. Sure, I'll keep an eye on that. I thought you meant like, treat his wounds. The soldier's like, I don't know why you guys even kept him alive. I would have stabbed him. But
well, I want him to be my kill.
You're not killing him, Zach.
Shush, you're sleepy. Go back to bed.
All right, so you're headed north, going northeast, taking the long way.
Yeah.
All right. So unless there's anything else, the group is going to set out.
I would like to try and hide the entrance of the cave, like, if at all possible, with like
How would you do that?
some rocks. I'm not sure what the surrounding area is like, but
Can
rocks.
So sort of like dress it up to look like the environment.
Can we have a background character do that?
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably survival, because you need to know. And I'd say nature would help with that. It would give you a bonus if you have nature and survival, which I'm not sure. Does this guy have? Let me check. Character info. Dale. What do you have, Dale? You have... Oh, nature and survival trained. Okay, so he is going to do it with advantage then, because he knows what it should look like, and he's good at doing this.
Hey.
Alright, so he actually does a very good job, like strewing kind of vines across it and putting some dirt, making it much harder to see. And, that actually would take him about an hour, so you guys probably would have left already. So you are traveling... Or no, wait, you'd probably wait for him because you're bringing him with you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that took him an hour. Give me another events roll. Let's see if there's any complications during this time. Because there is still a bit of heightened tension because of what happened last night. No, it's fine. So 10 a.m. he finishes, and he is very happy with his work. He says this is going to be really hard to see unless someone's right up on it. Alright, are we ready to go, he says?
Yes.
Alright, so the group begins traveling. To do a wide berth, are you still going to be stealthy, or are you just going to get far away and move around? Because stealthy will, again, slow you down even more.
Well, I'm already going at half speed as it is, so...
I've given up on going stealthy with Zerks around.
Yeah.
What? Clink, 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 huh?
It's like, god damn it. Well, you can cover for him at a distance. It's just when you're up close, there's almost no way he's going to sneak up on anyone.
One of these days, I'm gonna get assassinate. I'm gonna use the assassin ability for no fucking reason. The fact that I roll a stealth roll with somebody.
Alright, so I'll say it takes you about 3 hours going far away to try to keep yourselves out of any danger of being spotted. And it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon when you come back on the map up north a bit. Bring you on up here. As you come to the edge of a forest, I assume you're going to go northeast through it? Or northwest, I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Alright. Give me a survival check. Or I guess you're going to have your survival guy do that. Alright, so he's navigating his way through the woods. Your sight is very limited. As you get to about this point in the woods, you're traveling through. And are you stealthing?
I was gonna suggest that we stealth, but I didn't say it once we entered the woods, so we're not at the moment.
Well, we can say that you're stealthing if you want.
Yeah. Once I get into the woods.
Not too much. Like we're not going like crazy slow.
Well,
Yeah, I'll do the thing where I get in front and like see if what stuff is ahead.
You're
Just so I
scouting.
can get more information. Yeah.
So you're moving quicker, but if you're not scouting, give me a... Scurry, give me a perception check. Alright, so Scurry, how far away from the group are you scouting, like in feet?
Like max, like 90, 100.
90 feet. Alright, so as you're up ahead scouting, give me a stealth check.
Normal or advantage?
Just normal. Okay. You kind of hear some movement. You duck down, keeping a lookout. Well, actually, I'll ask. So if you hear something up ahead, do you want to be stealthy, or are you just going to walk up and try to see what it is? I would...
Stealthy.
Yeah, I assume that. Okay. So you kind of sneak through the brush, and you see a group of 6 orcs heading stealthily towards your group. You think your main group has been spotted.
Okay, interesting.
The orcs have not seen you yet.
Don't have any way to silently stalk them.
So at this point, let me set the scene here. Use one of my random encounter maps.
To assassinate or not to assassinate? That is the question.
The problem is,
I
if
mean-
you jump them, they will have a while to beat on you before your party gets there.
Do they have any horns?
That is a good question. Give me a moment.
Horn or not to horn? Horn.
To horn or not? Alright, so you should see a blank screen in a moment. I'll put your group on kind of towards the east side of the map. You're going to be towards the west side. So Tal, Nello, you guys, you all can arrange to liking, of course, back here, because you might not be traveling in this formation. I just put you on the map. But 90 feet ahead, it's about here, we have a Scurry who is hiding, I'll say, in these trees here. And to the north, there are orcs hidden in the brush up here who are approaching quietly. So, Scurry, you're the only one that knows what's going on, because the group, as far as you know, doesn't see this yet. What do you want to do?
And the group has been spotted. That's been confirmed, right?
You think they have, because the orcs are sort of moving quietly through the brush towards their location from up here.
Okay. I will... Okay, how far are they away? They're off the map at the moment, right?
They're kind of at the edge here. I'm just not putting them on because the rest of the group doesn't see them.
In that case, I will stay where I am. I'll just hold my stealth, I'll not move at all, wait for an opportunity to attack, and I will hold an action to shoot my bow if one of the orcs starts shouting.
Okay, you do see, to answer your previous question, one of them does have a horn.
Okay, when somebody starts shouting, I'll hold an action and shoot at the guy with the horn.
Okay. What about the rest of the group? What are you all doing? I assume you're moving forward?
Probably towards Scurry.
Another thing you see is that one of the members of their group looks different from the other members. This orc does not have a battle axe. He has ringmail and a shield and a spear on his back. And some strange looking holy symbol around his neck. Alright, so as the group is moving towards the location, you would see that the guy with the horn is... do you speak Orcish?
I don't.
Alright, so this guy, or one of the guys in the brush whispers something or says something, and it looks like the guy with the horn is getting it off his neck. What do you want to do?
How far are these away, these guys?
So at this point, I wish there was a way I could just show you and not the group, but they're just in these trees here. So pretty close.
Alright, what I will... How many feet? Jesus, because I need to calculate movement as well.
Probably within 30 feet of you.
Alright, in that case, what I will do is I will get my rapier and dagger. Or just my rapier, really, because I can't attack with my dagger. It's offhand anyway. I'll get my rapier, and I will dash in and attempt to assassinate the guy with the horn.
Alright, so just to let you know, these guys are on, they're on basically aware because they are expecting battle. So you probably won't be able to assassinate. You could probably sneak attack them, but you don't think you could do an assassinate because they're too aware of danger. Because, you know, they're basically like sneaking towards your group with their eyes out.
Makes sense. Is there like is this slide a hand check to maybe walk up to him, try and grab the horn since it's off his neck, or something like that?
You could probably do an opposed grapple check after you grab him to get it. So if you want to initiate a grapple once you had him grappled, you could try. I mean, there's no rules for it, but I would say like if you did a second opposed grapple check and you were able to beat him, you could yank the horn away from him. But at that point, you'd probably have a bunch of orcs on you.
Yeah, so that's never mind then. In that case, I will just go in and try and stab the guy with the horn.
So as you see him getting the horn, you're like, oh shit, and you get ready, or you're getting ready to rush in. Give me initiative rolls. Because at this point, yeah, we're probably going to get into it.
And would we be surprised? Or...
I'm going to say you're not surprised, because you kind of are keeping your eyes out at this point, even though you don't see them specifically.
I didn't roll my character roll again.
Alright. So I think we have everyone. Alright, so the first to act, as everything kind of blows up, is Scurry. Oh wow, okay, so you're out, you're in there. So you rush up as you see this happening. And I'll put you... I assume you're going to move right at the guy with the horn, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so... are you... No, you can't really stealth up to him if you're using a blade. Well, I guess you could, but you'd have to use an action to move, and... well, you have to use an action to stealth. Or I guess you
won't
could
stealth up.
action.
You're just
charging.
getting up and charging, hitting.
Alright, so you rush at this guy who is like, as he sees you coming out of the bushes at him, and he points, yelling, and he actually kind of reveals himself doing that, so I'll reveal him to you. And you get to go first as he is scrambling for his axe. You come in and stab at him. Oh, crit.
Natural 20!
It's an auspicious start. It's too bad you don't have sneak attack.
Big sus.
So that would be 7 points of damage. And he stumbles back, looking wounded from the attack.
It's 10, isn't it?
What would be giving you sneak
Oh,
attack?
no, kid, there's no sneak attack. Yeah, because you mentioned maybe you get sneak attack if you try to assassinate.
Oh, do you have a thing that gives you advantage on your first attack if you're before them?
I do, yeah.
What's that ability called? I always forget about that one.
Assassinate.
Could you link that? Okay, that's the assassin one. That is actually one of the really good parts of being assassin. So you would have advantage, doing 10 points of damage, and he is looking really wounded. Unfortunately, he is still up
Okay.
as he stumbles backwards. Do you only have 1d6 of sneak attack at this level?
Maybe I have to upgrade that somehow? No, it's 2d6.
Yeah, so you should have 4d6 of sneak attack. I was gonna say that's
Alright, so I'll
low.
roll 2d6s to add to that then.
Yeah. You might have to adjust the macro or something. Alright, so he is very dead. As you stab him right in the face. He goes down, and the horn falls to the floor next to him. Anything else?
Yes, I would like to pick up the horn. If it takes a bonus action, so be it. Because I took out my rapier.
Do you have two hands used, like your symbol says?
No, it's just one. Because
Okay. So, yeah, you bend down quickly, grabbing the horn as all the orcs are looking angrily at you, and they're basically getting ready to charge you. Anything else?
Yes, I would like... so what do I have left to use? My bonus action roll or not?
Yeah, so you used your move to get up to him, then you attacked him, so you would still have a bonus action.
Oh, well, now I have two. Never mind, I'll change that. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and use feline agility and use my bonus action to dash, which gives me 60 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you're out of there. Ha! And you rush back to your group. And you all are like, huh, as you see him run out of the bushes over there.
Well, I got myself not a souvenir as I hold up the horn, but we gotta fight now.
Nalo, what are you doing?
I'm going to pull out a dart and take the dodge action.
Alright, so you're dodging with a dart in hand. Zequine.
I will. I'm gonna move. I think I can get about there.
Okay.
I will
Draw any of your weapons.
pull my rapier and hold an action to attack when somebody gets close.
Alright, so you ready a melee attack when they engage. Zerks. Are you muted, Zerks? I don't hear you if you're talking.
I am muted because I had my mic up for this entire time. Oh my.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll move up there and I'll take the dodge action.
Alright, so you move forward, getting ready, dodging just in case something attacks you. One of the enemies goes, and actually he is going to come out of hiding at this point and yell something in Orcish, pointing at your group. You have not seen an orc like this before, so let me give you a view of him.
Yay! I'm sorry I clicked it, but it just makes me happy because it is what I thought it would. I fucking hate them so much.
He's gonna move through the woods to about here and measure something for no particular reason. And chant as he does. Looks like he is casting some sort of spell. Unfortunately, at this level, you can't do much to stop him. And you would see a poof of light as a spectral weapon comes into view and is going to stab at Scurry. A big old spear pops into existence and stabs at you.
All right.
What the? So casting that. Oh,
Excuse me?
so unfortunately he has crit. That's not supposed to show.
Oh god, you're dead.
The spiritual weapon would crit you at level 2, dealing 9 points of force damage.
Ow.
That hurts.
He will then take the dodge action, because that was a bonus action to do. Ending his turn, the dodge action. Where are you? There you are. That's it for him. The orcs go. They will all get up at this point, pissed off that their little ambush was not successful, roaring, and they are going to move towards the group, great axes in hand, trying to get scurry. So they do have aggressive, letting them move towards enemies as a bonus action. Use a move action. Move as a bonus. So he's going to aggressive 30 feet to here. Then he's going to... can he get to you? He can. Oh, so he's rushing across the field, and he is going to swing at you.
They have cutting action? These are rogues?
They have aggressive, which lets them use a... as orcs, they can do a move action as a bonus if they're moving towards enemies. So they can move, shit. Bonus move. Yeah, they're fast. Oh! He yells. But 7 versus AC would miss you, luckily. As a big old axe comes down and you kind of duck, barely avoiding getting cut in half. This one is going to aggressive to here, 30 feet, and then rush to... He can't make it to him, so he's going to rush here. Oh! Going for Zerks, who luckily is dodging.
And I have a 19 AC now.
So an advantage swing, 17 becomes a 15, or disadvantage swing, and he would miss you as you put your shield up and there's a loud clang. This one is going to 30 feet, aggressive, 30 feet as a move, and then 30 feet as a action, ending his turn. So the orcs all go. Tal, what are you going to do? They are on you.
I am first gonna cast Bless at 2nd level. Everyone but Nello, basically.
Oh,
sorry, Nello. Alright, everyone mark yourself as blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Okay. And voice of authority. Oh no, first I'm gonna step up here.
Mm-hmm.
And voice of authority gives Scurry a reaction to attack.
Alright, go ahead and link voice of authority.
1 second, here it is. Sorry.
So as you step up casting, you yell, "Scurry, now!" So you must spend a reaction to do it, so mark yourself as using a reaction. And Scurry, you can take an attack.
What's the reaction marker again?
No, well, hang on. I can use the reaction. Yeah, you got it. It's that one.
Alright, perfect. I'll attack the one that is next to Nello.
Alright.
I don't have advantage on that, but that's a 22 to hit.
Yes, so 22 would strike as he swings his weapon at you. You kind of riposte with a nasty rapier strike for 14 damage. Nice hit. Oh. He is badly wounded, but still alive. He yells something in Orcish. Anything else?
No bonus action, no.
Alright, Scurry, back at the top of the round. You get to go.
Alright, I guess I will attempt to finish off the one next to Nello.
Alright, so you attack this one down here?
Yep.
Alright. So
That's the one I attacked the first place as well, right? By the way.
well,
one
the
I
one
had
you
14
attacked in the first place, you killed.
Oh no, no, like I mean with the attack I got from the reaction. Or does there
Oh,
have
I
to be
thought you
one for the
attacked.
towel?
I thought you attacked this one.
I meant to attack the one next to Nalo.
Oh, all right. So then he is still at 15, and this guy down here is at a very low number, which I kind of gave away when I said that. So you attack him. 15 versus AC would be just enough to strike. Oh, and you get him, stabbing him right through. He goes down.
I'm not feeling too good, lads. Can somebody keep this this spear away from me? And I will cunning action disengage and move back a little.
Alright, so you might want to mark yourself as wounded because you are at half health. Just so your allies know. Alright, so you move away. Now low. What are you gonna do?
I am going to pat Scurry on the back and cast Cure Wounds as a second level spell.
Alright, so you spend a spell slot
Nope.
doing a second level Cure Wounds for 11.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back in.
And
Thank you,
then-
Eld.
And then I'll, as a bonus action, I'll cast Bardic Inspiration and I'll tell Zerx to go kill the leader. I believe in you.
Alright, Zerx, you feel inspired. As you have now gained the Bardic Inspiration. So that's it for Nalo. Zaquine, what do you want to do? You are at half speed and disadvantage on skill checks, which actually does include initiative rolls. I don't think I told you all that, but yeah, if you are at exhaustion level 1, you're at disadvantage to initiative, among other things.
Keep that in mind for next time, then.
Yeah, it's fine. I forgot to say anything. But what do you want to do? It's your turn.
I'll move up to this guy
All right.
and make an attack.
So you move up next to Zerx, attacking him with a distraction from Zerx, giving you a sneak attack. Ha! Ooh, but 6 is fortunately not high enough, and he would see you coming, bringing his axe to block your stab. Ugh. Anything else?
I
You do
Guess
still
I
have
will.
your roguish action.
can I pull my dagger and try again?
Yeah, so as an item interaction, you can pull out your dagger and use your bonus action to stab. You just mark yourself as having 2 weapons. 19 would hit. So as he's blocking your one attack, you quickly draw a dagger and stab him right in the gut.
Did you use Bless on that? Oh no, the Rapier attack wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, that was way too low. But 19 would definitely hit, so go ahead and give me a dagger damage with sneak attack. 12 points. So you get a nasty stab right in his gut, and he is bleeding.
Would it not be 10?
Wouldn't it be 12 points of damage? Oh, because it's offhand. No, thank you.
But does it sneak? She didn't hit with her first attack. When she's swashbuckler now, she gets advantage on her own, right?
No.
She's not on her own, though. You're next to her.
Oh, so I negate that? Really?
It doesn't give her advantage. It gives her sneak attack when she's on her
Oh,
own.
okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
So yeah, at this point, yeah, you're already giving it to her. But yeah, it would be 2 points less. So he is still badly wounded, but not as much as you would like. All right, anything else? He now turns angrily towards you and gets his axe ready. Yeah, anything else, Zaquine?
I do not believe so.
Alright, Zerx. The orc in front of you looks like he is about to go for Zaquine. What are you going to do?
I'll swing at him.
Alright, so you lunge forward, trying to finish him off. You may just. 19 would be a direct hit. doing 6 points of damage and dropping him.
And then I will move.
Yeah, remember every second diagonal is a double. You can pick up the token and press Q if you want to measure while you're moving. Alright, so you move over there. Anything else?
Hold on. Yes. Where is it? I'm gonna cast Compel the Duel.
Go ahead and link it. So you begin chanting, summoning divine energies. Do you have a description?
There you go.
Okay, compelled duel. So you begin concentrating, and he must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, he's drawn to you. For the duration, he has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you. Alright, so he makes a wisdom save. DC 13, right?
Yep.
What's his wisdom? Bang. Oh, he rolls a 3, and he is affected. So he roars angrily as he gets ready to go at you. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Alright, so for his turn, unfortunately he can't get his spiritual weapon to get to you in time, so he's just going to have to go for a different target. He's going to send it at... move it 20 feet, I think. He's going to send it at Nalo. As he saw Nalo healing. So spiritual weapon attack on Nalo. That would be 17 versus AC, which I believe would hit you.
Yes.
Alright, so the spiritual weapon stabs at you, dealing 6 points of force damage. That was his bonus action. He's going to stop concentrating, or stop dodging, and move towards Zerx, I think.
Doesn't spiritual weapon have a range limit of 60 feet?
When
is that
you,
just for the initial
I think
cast?
that's for the initial cast. It doesn't, as far as I can tell. I mean, I could relook at it, but I don't think it says that it can't go farther than that. I'll double check.
He's a special word.
Let's see. You can move the weapon up 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature within 5 feet of it. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about because usually it would say within the range or within 60 feet, but it just says you can move it 20 feet and attack. So I'm guessing it just has to be summoned within 60 feet.
Makes sense.
So I think he's just gonna run at you and stab you. He doesn't really have good attack spells. And he killed like half his force already. Yeah, he's F you, Zerx, rushing up and stabbing at you. Big old spear. He does a two-handed spear stab. No, he's gonna keep his shield up. He'll do one-handed.
Could I use...
Oh,
I want to see the roll. I want to see the roll first, though. But is it possible? I'm just saying, could I use a reaction, even if I used a bonus action in the previous turn?
yes, because those are different type actions. But he rolled a crit.
Let's give it disadvantage.
Why would he be at disadvantage?
Oh, he can cutting words it.
Oh, no, I
No,
just
that
want to see the
doesn't
roll.
give
No,
advantage.
that gives him
No, just
a
remove.
penalty to the attack, but with a crit it would still hit because it's an auto hit.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately, there's nothing much he can do for this one at least, and you would take
Oh, this
14.
one.
Curse you! He'd probably yell, I don't think anyone speaks Orcish. He's just yelling a bunch of Orcish. That's it for him. The orcs go. So most of them are dead at this point. But this guy looks back to Zerx, and he's going to rush, giving Tal an opportunity attack. He wants the flank.
Sure. And I'm gonna use Booming Blade on it.
You have Warcaster?
Yes.
Alright. Go ahead. So you use a reaction. 16 versus AC would strike. doing 9. Ooh, nasty hit. So he's
Nice.
gonna stop moving at this point as he feels the thunder pulsing, threatening to explode on him. He turns to Tal and will attack you instead. Ugh. No! Great Axe coming at you, 22 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so he turns to you and clips you with his axe, dealing 12 slashing. Shh. Die! That is it for the orc. Tal. You get your reaction back.
Minus 12.
Oh, and you need to make a concentration check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
should
you're
make
fine.
it.
You're holding your spell.
First I'm gonna cast Booming Blade at him again.
Alright, so wreathed in thunderous energy, you swing your mace, and yep, you smack him good for 5. Oh, he stumbles back, looking extremely wounded, but he's hanging on by a thread.
And then I'm gonna bonus action Healing Word on Zerx.
Alright, so you chant a word of healing, and Zerx gains 5 hit points.
Which
Feeling a
will
bit better.
gives them Voice of Authority again.
Alright, so with Voice of Authority, you can spend your reaction to attack the
And I
guy.
will gladly do so.
Okay, so go ahead and spend your reaction.
And I have less.
Oh, and you're concentrating on your spell, right? So
Yeah, I roll-
mark yourself as concentrating. Because actually, you would have had to make a con save
did.
when he hit you.
I did. I rolled a 12.
Oh, okay. But if you have yourself marked as concentrating, I do get reminders. That's why I like to make sure everyone has those, because or else I forget sometimes. So 11, as you thrust forward, he kind of spins his.
Inspiration still.
Oh yeah, and you have bless as well, right?
Yep.
So go ahead and give me those rolls. So I think it's a D4 and a D6.
Correct.
Did I do that right?
So you rolled a D4 there.
I didn't roll a d6 though.
No, there's a tool at the side of the screen to roll dice as well. But yeah, I think you still need to roll the D6.
Ah.
Alright, so 4 points would be a 15, which unfortunately would still miss, and he would parry the attack. Anything else?
Nope, I'm done.
That was my turn, I'm done.
Oh, right.
Let me
Yeah.
do it.
That was a reaction. So mark yourself as spending your reaction. Scurry, what are you doing?
Alright, lads, you take care of that last one, and I'll go help Zerx with the big boy. And I will go ahead and move over there.
Alright, so you rush up, trying
He just blinks over there.
Wow.
That would give an attack of opportunity to the orc. Because I can't
So
move
you
around
kinda
it
went
with
like this. So he will indeed use his reaction, roaring as he kind of spins around, trying to clip you with his axe as you run past. And let's see, great axe, 20 versus AC. Good rolls.
That
by
does
them.
hit.
So you are clipped for 10 slashing as you rush up.
Damn.
The attack of opportunity is the MVPs for this fight.
Yep.
Alright, but you do get there feeling wounded as you got a nasty gash and attacking the leader.
That does not hit.
Alright, so you lunge at him and he kind of spins his spear around, parrying your attack as well. Yelling something about Orcus.
That's all I can do.
Nalo.
I will trust Tal has that guy, and I will move up 25 feet to here, and I'm going to yell halfling obscenities at the leader, casting vicious mockery.
Emotional damage.
Emotional
You're right.
damage.
Emotional damage.
Alright, he saves versus emotional damage. It's a wisdom save, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you would fail, and he takes 3 psychic, giving him disadvantage on his next attack. Just remind me when he's attacking. Anything else, Nalo?
That'll be it.
Alright, Zaquine.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let's see what I can maybe do. I will move here
Yeah.
and try to stab somebody.
Alright, so if you move here, you would get... 5 would not be enough. But yeah, if you could get to the other side of him, you would get a +2 for flank.
Okay, I will go ahead, move again, and try again with my dagger.
Alright, so you circle around using your bonus action to stab with the dagger. And there's a crit. I think you should just use your offhand for everything.
Balance in all things.
Well, you can roll damage if you want, but he is very dead. As he gets a knife to the back of his head, he had 1 hit point. Anything else?
Nope. I feel good about myself.
Alright, so you kind of twirl your dagger around, smiling. Zerks. This guy yells angrily as he sees his last guy go down.
I'm gonna do the thing. Or try to do the thing.
Okay. Try to do the thing. 18 would be enough as you get a sneaky hit on him, getting around his shield for 5 slashing. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. The Eye of Grumshko's. He's gonna have his thing come up this way and attack Nalo on the way. So,
Poor Nalo.
disadvantage. Let's see. Spiritual weapon. Oh my god. That is a crit.
Bye, Nalo.
Bye.
2 20s?
He rolled 2 natural 20s.
What?
I'm looking right at it. I am also amazed. Sorry, Nalo. You are crit for 14 damage. Not too bad of a crit.
I did.
But you do go down. He roars in victory. Orcus, thank you for giving me 2 20s. As he stabs at... who's he going to stab at? Probably Zerks, because you're the one that hit him.
He has to, or he gets disadvantage.
Right, yep, right. No, you're right, yeah. So he does indeed, compelled by your duel.
And he still has disadvantage anyways.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because of the
he does.
vicious mockery. Although, wouldn't that have gone at the spiritual weapon one? Because that was the first attack.
Is that count as an attack? Or
He did. That is his attack.
oh, okay. Well, then it would have applied
Earlier.
both earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, so no disadvantage.
Yeah.
Unless you're attacking somebody other than Zerks.
Yeah. Yeah. So this would be a normal attack then.
Oh, he attacked me earlier too, though. I think for how much
Did
damage
he?
was it? 5 damage.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
so
last
I was-
round though?
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
actually forgot to mark it. My bad. So I'd be at 8. This start of this round. But am I dead still? 2 natural 20s, even with disadvantage.
Well, you did take the hit last turn. I include the disadvantage on his attack.
Yeah. Okay, I'm dead. I'm still.
Yeah.
dead
So you're
still.
not dead, but you are down.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Nap time.
Nap time, exactly.
Nap time.
Zerks, he got an 18 versus AC.
19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
That's his AC.
Oh, your AC is 19. Okay, gotcha. Got confused there. It's marked as 16 on the token for some reason. But,
They're not.
okay, but 19, so that would miss as he clanks off your shield, stabbing at you, roaring angrily, and I think that's all he can do for now, so the orcs are all dead. Tal, what are you going to do?
Wait, I'm gonna move up as far as I can, which should be around here.
Mm-hmm.
So Xerx doesn't look wounded anymore, right? Okay. I'm gonna bonus action healing word on Nello.
Okay.
And then cast Toll the Dead on the big guy.
Alright, so Nalo, you kind of go like waking up from the attack. The spear is still over you, but you're at 4 prone. You dropped your weapon, but you are alive. And church is in session. And you toll the dead on the big guy. So he is indeed going to try to resist with a wisdom saving throw. Rolls a 12, so he would fail. D12, please. Alright, so he takes 5 necrotic.
And that's it.
As he is withered. Scurry. Right now he seems very angry at Xerx. Probably because Xerx is compelling him with a duel.
Yep. So I will go ahead and maneuver around him to try and get the best chance at stabbing through his armor.
Alright, so you would move to a flank, catching him off guard and getting an opening for that +2. Oh.
And then I'll go ahead and try and stab him with my rapier.
Ha! Oh, but he is too quick. And no reactions. Okay, he is too quick, and he spins around, spinning his spear once again, knocking your attack away as he kind of tries to watch both of you. Anything else?
I guess I'm still holding the horn. Can I try and smack him with the horn?
Offhand weapon.
Improvised weapon. I would probably give you a strength attack. I don't know if you could use that for a sneak attack, though. Because you need a finesse weapon.
I just used my bonus action at this point. So yeah, that would be a d20 -1.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That's 15 to hit.
And then you have your your bless still.
Am I blessed? Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so you hit him with the horn for, what's your strength bonus?
-1.
Alright, 0 damage. Because I think the horn would be 1 point of physical damage. Don't tabaxi have, like, claws or something they can use?
Oh yeah, I do have claws. That's right.
Use your claw attack. That would be funny.
But, so you kind of, like, bop him on the back of the head with the horn. It's more just to, like, make fun of him. He's like, "Urgh!" He's annoyed, but it didn't look like it hurt. Alright, so Scurry's done. Nalo, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna.
Because I think, well, actually, I don't know if you could sneak attack with your claws.
I'm gonna touch myself and cast a first level Cure Wounds.
You stop being a pervert over there. I know that condom was yours.
Alright, so you feel much better. Are you standing up from prone?
Sure, I'll stand up from prone, and can I pick up my dart that I dropped?
Yeah, that would be your item interaction. So you have your dart in your hand again.
And I'll say to Tal, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, you do have a level of exhaustion now. So, Zaquine, what do you want to do? Or are you done, Nalo?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm going to mark you guys with exhaustion just so I remember during the battle. Yeah, Zaquine, what do you want to do?
Can we attack spiritual weapons?
It doesn't look like it's physically there. Like you saw someone run right through it, so you doubt it.
Doesn't the guy have to roll concentration for that, by the way?
No. Spiritual weapon's ridiculous.
Nope. It's one of the best skills.
What?
Spells
No concentration required. It just attacks when he gives his bonus action to make it do so.
It's pretty nuts.
Guys, let's knock him out and train him though.
Yeah.
We should
Recruit him. It's like the ogre all over again. Sorry, go ahead, Zaquine.
I will bonus action dash to get here.
Alright, so that is 30 feet. Yep, you're fine.
And I will try to stab him.
Alright, so you rush up, giving him another person to defend against. Go ahead and give me an attack. 17 would strike him. Oh, so sneak attack. So that would be 16 damage. He looks wounded from the attack. He looks very angrily at you.
And that's that for me.
All right, Zerks. He looks like he is targeting Zaquine now, albeit at disadvantage.
No, not yet. No, yeah, we are going to have to after this. I'm going to attempt to use inflict wounds on him.
Alright, so you lunge at him. Oh, and you do in fact grab him with a 24. Doing 10 necrotic. As he is drained of health. He looks very wounded, but he is still up. Actually, I forgot to mark him with his spear. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, so now he has a choice to make. You seem very armored. Zaquine does not. I think he's going to go for the disadvantage attack on her. Stab. Spear attack. Disadvantage. 24 becomes a 17, which I think would hit Zaquine.
Yeah, it does hit.
Actually, would have hit you if he went for you. 10 points of piercing as you get stabbed with the spear.
Ouchie.
He yells something in Orcish. And Tal, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, spiritual weapon. That is going to fly over... actually, I think it's going to attack Nalo again. Because he doesn't
Let's go.
He doesn't like your healing bullshit. Kill the healer. It's a good tactic. Spiritual weapon. But he does not roll very well. 11 versus AC becomes a 6 versus AC, and that would miss you. Tal, what are you going to do?
Move up and cast Booming Blade on him.
Alright, so you move around for the flank, and you cast Booming Blade, gaining +2 as he is unable. And he's probably dead. What do you do?
Baby!
7 + 4, 11. Oh, yeah. You smash him in the back of the head, breaking his skull a bit, and he just falls to the ground, motionless. The group is safe for now.
Does the spear blade go away?
It just floats there for a while, then disappears. Because, like I said, not concentration. But without it getting commands, it doesn't attack anymore.
I see.
I'm going to go ask Nalo if he's okay.
I'm pimp chimping.
Pimp chimping.
I'll go over to Nalo and give him 10
Oh,
points of
I have
healing.
18 max HP. Oh, I thought I had 13. Oh, okay. That's why I thought I didn't actually subtract from the first attack. I was
Did you level up?
no, I leveled up. Don't worry. I leveled
Yeah,
up.
18 seems about right for a bard.
Actually, I'll hold off
For
on
third
healing, 'cause
level.
I say we can take a short rest, and Nalo can give us a little.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I wave him off. I'm like, I'm doing great.
Alright. Dale says we should search the bodies and hide them.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'll go ahead and loot all the bodies and see if I can find anything interesting on the big guy and cut off their ears.
I'm gonna
And
take
So, the orcs have their normal armaments. Give me a perception check. Those of you who are searching them. 20? Yeah, they have their normal armaments. You would find 7 days worth of food on one of them. Preserved rations. I'll say it was on the chief in his backpack. Or, sorry, not the chief, the Eye of Grumsh. You would also find... it looks like 20 gold pieces.
we're rich today, boys.
The chief also has some rare herbs. The shaman guy. Looks like about 50 gold pieces worth.
So we roll to see who gets to smoke the rare herbs.
Does anyone have nature? Oh yeah, your ranger has nature. So the ranger looks at them. He says, these could probably be used to create potions. Or you could smoke them to create a psychedelic effect.
I'll smoke him.
no, bad.
Healing potions getting high. Healing potions getting high. Decisions. But he says there's about 50 gold pieces of them there. Whatever that would be in like in game terms. So
I'm gonna.
yeah.
I'll grab his holy relic too, or his holy symbol.
This holy
Do I
symbol.
know anything about it?
The holy symbol, Zerx, you have religious training, right?
No.
Oh,
I have.
Tal.
Yeah.
So Tal, you go ahead and give me a religion check. It's a pretty easy roll. Yeah, you believe it is the symbol of Orcus, which is a very nasty orc god who is a proponent of chaos, suffering, and subjugation.
Nice.
So you take his holy symbol, Zerx. And then your ranger is going to try to use a survival to hide the bodies. He looks to scurry and he says, "Can you help me with this?"
Yeah, no problem.
So you can use stealth or survival to help him. Okay. It's good
That's
you
an easy
did.
decision.
Yeah, it's good you did. So you point out some places like, oh, that could be a good spot. That's a good hiding spot. And you kind of put them in the tree line where they're pretty well hidden. I mean, there's tracks, so it'd probably be, if someone was tracking, they might be able to find them. But yeah, just casually walking through an untrained forester would have no idea, most likely. So that took about 20 minutes. And it is now close to, I'll say 1:30.
Alright, well, I suggest we get a bit further away from this and take a little bit of a rest before continuing on.
Yeah, and actually, what stuff did you end up taking from them? Did the quartermaster put any of it down?
I put gold down and ears.
Okay, so no one took the herbs or the...
I did take the herbs as well. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Thought Dale took them, but we can put them in the party treasury.
Yeah, just decide if you're gonna have someone take them or put them in the party treasury.
Yeah, I put it in the party treasury and marked it with my name just in case.
Okay. What does the group want to do?
Let's keep moving. Or we can do a short rest here.
Let's do the rest for a little bit here, guys. Get your breath.
Yeah.
Sing
Let's
a
rest
little-
here.
Let's sing us
Alright.
a little song, get our spirits back up.
So you're gonna rest at the site of the battle, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also gonna cast Detect Magic and look at the bodies once more to see if anything.
All right.
close.
So you do a 10-minute ritual, but no, they don't seem like they have anything magical. You would be very surprised if any of these random hunters had magical stuff, though you never know. So give me, or yeah,
Did the like the head of the party, the strange one with the really nasty magic, did he have like a helmet or anything that was like particularly strange? Or
he had scale mail. He had a helmet as well. It looks like he's missing one of his eyes, like it was gouged out at some point. He had like a patch on. He had his spear, a shield, and yeah, he had those 50 gold pieces of herbs on him.
I'm curious, was there anything under his patch, like a fake eye, or?
No, it just looked like a place where the eye was gouged. And actually, Tal, you would know that that is a ritual that all priests of Orcus must go through. Is giving their eye removed.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Or sorry, not Orcish, Grumsh. I totally messed that up. He worships Grumsh, not Orcus, which is also an evil god, just different.
Yeah, the Orcus is a bit bigger, I thought.
Yeah. Grumsh is the one without the eye. He's the orc god that got his eye put out by Moradin, I believe. So all priests of Grumsh must take out one of their eyes to honor him.
They despise dwarves with a passion.
Yeah, generally speaking, yes.
Jam.
So yeah, what do you? You're doing the rest. So give me an events check, D20.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
That's
No, you're okay. Luckily, this is kind of just a random spot in the middle of the forest, and you don't think anything heard the commotion. So an hour would pass quietly, and you would get a short rest.
And do the healing song.
Should we do that here? I might maybe call too much attention.
True.
It'll give a slight increase to possibility of events.
I'll hold off for now.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
First, when leveling up, it gave me Harness Divine Power. Do you use that or not?
Do I use it, or can you use it?
It is an optional rule. I don't know.
Yes, I use all the Tasha's optional powers. So
Okay.
anything in there you would get, unless I know there are some where you trade one for another, so you can use those as well as long as you're trading. But yeah, I think the Harness Divine is just a straight one that you get. So yes, you can use that. Because that's kind of, I think that's the cleric's kind of answer to the arcane one, where wizards can do it, right? Arcane
Yep.
recovery. So yeah,
Yep.
it's basically like that. And let me use the restroom real quick. Take like a 2-minute.
We're doing super fucking well. Like, holy shit.
Holy fuck. I used
we-
all my hit dice.
Big nut. Small nut.
I mean, we've taken out an entire fort, a bunch of scouting parties, and we haven't even been spotted yet. They don't even know what we look like.
Unless
know
we
what
go
we
back to
are.
the cave and then sussy things have happened and our captive escaped.
Oh, cool, because I get Harness Divine Power as well. You can spend a use of your Tyrannical Divinity to fuel your spells. As a bonus action, touch your holy symbol, utter a prayer, and regain 1 expended spell slot.
What the hell? That
Yeah,
sounds kind of nuts.
And regain
I
1
have- I have that and
your wizard's one.
yeah.
Yeah, thus far we've taken out 12 orcs, 11 hobgoblins, and 2 ogres since coming here and assaulting this place.
So I can do that right now and get one of my spell slots back. I love it.
How are we doing on spell slots?
I've got 2. I got 2 open now.
I'm all out.
3 first level, 1 second level. Left.
Second level. Oh, look at this bastard over here.
Yeah, I have everything but 1 second level.
I'm only 2 HP shy. I wonder. I need to change because I was gonna play a different playstyle, but I might have to change. Okay, cool. Level 4. I get it. The martial versatility. That's what I was looking for.
All right, sorry
I don't
about
even
that.
know what I'm looking for.
It lets me shift my fighting style.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because originally I took greater weapon fighting, and I haven't been using a 2. I've been using a shield and sword, so. That doesn't help me yet.
Zach, you can spend more than 1 hit dice per short rest, right?
I know.
Okay, just making sure.
Are you still looking worse for wear after that?
I was never injured. Or, well, I never looked injured.
Okay.
I
Alright.
still look exhausted, though.
Still
Can't
looks
help you there.
tired. I mean, she might look a little banged up, but not like injured banged up, just that she lost hit points. Because you did take 1 attack from him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, so back to the forest. What do you all want to do?
And I did use my charge for the day for the divine.
Yeah, anytime you all want to use abilities during like a short rest, like Harness Divine, like just make sure you link it in chat. But you don't have to necessarily ask me or tell me.
Okay. I didn't know I got that as a paladin too.
Alright, well, let's try and sneak up a bit closer, see if we can take out another patrol, maybe? Or are we turning back?
Oh shoot!
Oh, I forgot Tal has both of those. All right.
I got prayer of healing and
Yeah, but they
warding
scale
bond.
with level, so they don't really stack.
Yeah.
How do I add all these optional class features?
Unfortunately, I think you have to do it manually, unless Yeah, because I don't think. Well, I don't know about the Roll20 or the. I don't know about the Beyond system, but I don't know if Roll20 just adds them. There might be a when you level up like an option to add them. I don't remember.
It
But
just added for me in Roll20.
oh, it did. Okay, good. So it should just add them, the optional Tasha ones.
Oh, there it is. I had to find it.
Alright, so are we continuing on for another patrol, or are we turning back? Still early.
Yeah, it's probably about 1:30. Or wait, sorry, hour past, so 2:30 now. Do you want to head forward or head somewhere else? What do you want to do?
We're fine enough to head forward, but I'm a little bit, I don't know, just like careful with the. Yeah, I'm fatigued, and maybe we don't want to be too long gone. Maybe something bad happens at the cave. You never know.
I'm fully planning on going back before nightfall, or at least during nightfall, at the latest.
We can keep going for a bit more.
Alright.
Maybe this guy came from somewhere.
I do suggest that we move stealthily this time. All of us. Or at least try. I'll still scout ahead and all, but try and move a bit stealthier.
90 feet?
Yep.
Okay, give me stealth checks. As you slow down a bit, but make yourselves harder to see. And you can assist each other from a distance. So I'll take the top 3 rolls of your group. Oh. Unfortunately, Zaquine, yeah, an 18, that's fine. So is that 5 of you? 1, 2, 3, yep. So I think the top rolls are 18, 22, 18. So the group is very stealthy as they move through the brush. You get to a point. Give me a d20 roll. Someone. Let's see if stuff happens. It does. So as you're traveling, you would see looks like there are a pack of wolves in the woods to the kind of north of where you are. Scurry, they don't seem to have noticed you, but they are moving around in the area.
Are they the ones that attacked Scurry from last time?
Maybe? I mean...
Do I recognize them?
they... I mean, I guess you could give me a perception check, see if you recognize a feature or something. I'm guessing wolves probably all look alike. So... You don't think these are the same ones. You think they're just kind of in the area. Maybe they're... Well, actually, if you get a little bit closer, you would see that they are currently eating. Looks like they hunted down maybe a deer or something and are eating as a pack.
How many are there?
There are 7 of them.
I will just stealthily move back to the group and tell them to avoid using gestures the area with the wolves.
Okay, so you're avoiding them and moving past?
Yes.
I think that'll be best.
So at this point, you kind of see smoke at the edge of the woods. And as you come out, you would see a camp. Looks like another walled-off area with smoke coming from it, probably a fire burning. You would see, it looks like they do have a tower, though from this distance it's hard to see, how many they have in it. And you would see a gate, much like the fort in the woods you fought.
Mm.
And I'll increase your sight a bit because you're on the edge of the woods. You can't see into the woods, but you would see out of the woods better. At this point, these wolves probably moved off, so you don't see them anymore.
Alright.
I don't know if we can take this place.
There's not really a lot of cover, is there? Between the road and the
there
fort.
is so there are some trees at the edge of the fort, but most of the fort does not have cover around it. There's some cover sneaking up to it on the east side.
And the roads that are leading to the fort, or is there any like place where we can maybe ambush without getting seen by the tower?
Probably not, because that's out in the middle of the plains. Maybe, yeah, not that you see in sight right now. You do see there's some hills more to the south down here, so that could be a possible area if you want to go look into it.
Ignore all these rolls by accident.
You want to try and move a little further down south, see is there any, ambush opportunities down the road, because this seems way too open for my comfort zone.
Down south is probably closer to their main base as well.
That's also true.
It might be good if we got more of an idea of the surrounding terrain. Maybe we should scout it out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's your ranger talking. Alright, so you're heading south. Is that the plan?
Pretty sure, unless somebody wants to not.
Yeah,
Okay.
it goes south.
So you start heading south along the edge of the woods. Give me stealth checks just to make sure the tower doesn't see you. Again, I'll take the top 3 of the group. $23. So I think that's 23, 18, 13. Alright, so now the cover of the woods makes you a lot harder to see. The tower does not see you. You kind of move down this way, and you see the path does go over a hilly area, which is a little bit more hidden. It's a grassy, basically kind of like a grassy bunch of hills that they kind of be going between. And
That place looks good to me. We want to put up an ambush there. Lay in wait for the patrol.
Yeah, no blowing the horn. We'll be pincered between 2 camps.
Alright, so you want to move into the hills.
It seems like a good idea.
And actually, the hills will give you a bit of a better vantage point. So you see a little bit more. It looks like there is a mountainous area to the west, and yeah, the path continues south, possibly more hills down here. You'd also see the edges of the watchtower down here. So kind of far, like maybe a mile or two, the watchtowers in the hills over there. And you're trying to set an ambush here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's make sure that when we attack them, we do attack them on the south side of these hills rather than the north. North has more chance of being spotted by a tower.
All right.
That is true. So do you have to do like a passive stealth or?
No, you actually can stealth. Like if you're here waiting for them to come, you can actually cover for each other, which you can't usually do in close because you have time to prepare.
Okay.
So let's see. Where's a good battle map? There we go. So you should all see a dark map now. And I'll bring you into the area. And this is all kind of in the hills. There are some hills on here, but you can kind of consider this all like a hidden area. So Dale. Alright, Dale's not here. Get out of here, Dale. Tal. Scurry, Nallo, Zerks and Zaquine. Oh, Zaquine. This is an older map. Let me get rid of some of this shading. So yeah, this is kind of the area in the hills. There's some trees, there's some higher hills that you were kind of up on, and some flat land area. Where do you want to hide?
I'm thinking more like up here.
You would guess they're going to come down kind of the middle of the map. That's where the path seems to go.
Alright. And they could potentially come the other way.
They're
up.
probably going to go, yeah, either north to south or south to north if they're going by the path that you've seen.
Alright.
So you're all hiding together in the hill.
Anything over there in the right?
Oh, don't mind him.
Just a friendly.
We're fighting a
bat or
demon now.
There's just, this guy chilling in the hills. He's like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't be here. And he finishes his smoke break and walks off.
Lit.
So is this your positioning? I'm guessing
Zerks.
Zerks doesn't want to be out in the middle of the field.
Oh, no, sorry.
Alright, so you all kind of huddle down there together. Go ahead and give me stealth checks. Oh, there you go. Oh, I spoke too soon.
I have to balance it out. Oh,
17.
back.
So yeah, your group is pretty well hidden. And you are in wait. It's getting later in the day. I'll keep it on this map for now, but we can hop back there in a moment. As you're waiting, we'll say, give me a d20 roll. So at around 6:30, it's getting kind of towards the evening time. You would see what look like a group of ogres come rushing out of the mountainous area here. They seem like they're in a bit of distress. What do you want to do? It looks like they're running kind of towards the hills and towards the north base.
That's not good. Ogres running away from something?
How many is it? Just one or two?
There are... that's a good question. There are 4 of them. They're kind of running up this way. They're sort of approaching your area.
I say we remain quiet and let these ones pass.
I agree.
As that's happening, a large creature roars as it comes out of the mountainous area.
Oh fuck.
Scourge finally did it! It's the...
It's Daddy Bear coming for revenge.
Oh shit.
Oh god, no!
Oh god, no. Does anyone have knowledge nature?
Yeah,
What the fuck is that?
Doesn't our main guy have
Guys,
one?
I think that's a tiger.
That's
That might be a lion.
a
No,
tiger.
it's obviously a snake. Come on
You're
now.
right. It has
That's too
scales.
close.
That's too close.
Obviously
I
a
don't care.
snake.
I
So-
say we knock it out and tame it.
Let's get him, boys! No, the creature flies towards the group of ogres, slamming down into one that's kind of in the back and tearing at him as the other 3 continue to run. You hear horns being blown from the north. And these ogres are just tearing ass like towards the camp. The wyvern is kind of feasting on the ogre, letting out raspy, like, wyverny sounds as it screeches, and you hear another horn from the south. What does the group want to do?
So the wyvern kind of one-shot the ogre, right?
Yeah, it kind of swooped down on him. It looked like the group was already injured, like they may have been fighting it. But yeah.
What do y'all say? You want to blow that horn skirt?
I say that we remain quiet here. The ogres seem to be heading towards the north outpost. That wyvern might attack it, and we can swoop in and do something maybe. Otherwise, we can just lay here and wait, and if there's reinforcements coming to fight the wyvern that we think we can take out and run away, we can.
Alright, let's sit and wait and see. Let's all hunker down and hide ourselves even better.
Alright, so you are keeping an eye on things as the wyvern is snacking on ogre. You would see a group of hobgoblins coming in from the north. Looks like they're actually being led by a hobgoblin with a greatsword, which I don't think you've seen before. The ogres sort of rally with them and would start approaching the beast. You would see another group of hobgoblins kind of coming in from the south. There's probably about maybe 30 hobgoblins altogether moving up from both sides.
Alright, like before they get too close, I want to say let's get to the woods quickly now.
At this point, if you leave hiding, you will have to make a stealth check to go across the...
Would he have passed without a trace at level 3?
Who? Oh, the ranger. I would well, I don't know how he leveled up, so I'm not gonna say he does. That's up.
I'd suggest that we wait till they engage the wyvern. We fall back to the forest and assault the north camp.
Exactly. That's what my plan was. Okay, good idea.
All right. So as they approach, the wyvern is actually gonna kind of see this happening. See all these hobgoblins. He's gonna let out a screech and fly back into the mountains this way, disappearing over the peaks. The hobgoblins are sort of coming over this way. They aren't getting very close to the party because they're kind of keeping going along the side, and they would disappear out of view going into the mountainous areas.
I looked that up.
You would also see, let's see, another group of hobgoblins coming a little bit later, and a group from the hills. Let's see. And another group coming along the path here. But they're sort of moving towards the mountains now. So what's the group doing? You're going into the woods?
Yeah.
Sort of up to the right, I think.
Give me stealth checks with advantage, because you have a pretty good distance. Oh, good rolls. Alright. So you remain unseen, moving back into the wooded area. And you said you're headed up to the fort?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so at this point, it might be good to call it, because we are pretty much at 2 o'clock. And we can start that battle next time. If that works for everyone.
No, it works.
A little sad, but yeah, of course.
Alright, well, let's do MVP votes and wrap here then.
What was the ranger's name again?
The NPC AFK Ranger was Dale. D-A-E-L.
Everybody gives the Dale. So we can just go, what the fuck?
Dale for MVP. Dale for president.
Let's go. What was the name of the hobgoblin we captured?
What did we name the bear cubs, by the way?
Yeah, what do we name the bear cubs?
I don't remember which name of the bear cubs. The hobgoblin was Karok. Alright, I got 1 vote.
I don't remember what the command is, but I'm voting Dale. I think that was obvious enough.
It's, here, I'll link it. That's the command. Alright, 3 votes, 4 votes. Oh, it's tied.
Oh.
Who will Zaquine vote for?
I just messaged you in Discord.
Ah, damn it. Hang on. You're gonna make me pull up Discord. Let's see. All right, so with that, wait, who's Dale? Oh, did you actually vote for the AFK guy?
It seems to be the case.
All right, so there was a tie. I'm gonna give it to the person who's here. Scurry, you are MVP. Congrats.
Thank you.
You can't. I'm not gonna
Rescind it to Dale.
Yeah. Dale, he wasn't here, so he probably isn't gonna get MVP. You could send it to me as the GM, I guess.
No, you've already got one.
Nah, it would make him think our party's really lame. Not even here and gets MVP.
Yeah.
He was so quiet and calm and so well mannered.
The GM steals the MVP and gives the point to the Wyvern when he attacks you. Advantage.
Can I use my MVP points to give it disadvantage?
No. That's not how it works.
I want to use
Uses
the
MVP points to vote again for Dale.
No, you can't. You can't use points to vote for.
Can I use inspiration to inspire you to give Dale an inspiration now?
Yeah, I'll use my bardic inspiration.
Denied.
Oh shit.
So what can we buy from the shop with these inspiration points?
You can get inspiration on a check right now.
Okay.
I'm excited to kick the other fort's ass. And the thing is, we can probably get the south one too, since they're still busy with the Wyvern. We can get 2 in one haul.
I mean, go back down, hit the south one again. Like we got a
That's
lot.
what
of
I'm
loot.
thinking.
As long as they don't blow a horn on the first one, then
I mean, even if they do, they just assume it's the Wyvern.
Unless they already engaged it.
Big sus. Honestly, I should have given the bardic inspiration to the Wyvern, dude. Before I flew away.
If you start yelling at the Wyvern from hiding, people are probably gonna know you're there.
Yeah, no.
Go Wyvern! Woo!
You got
Go.
this. Peace.
Wyvern doesn't even have hands, but gives you the what the fuck face. What the fuck?
They probably just scream at you. Have you ever had a bird? They just scream at you. They don't know what they're doing. Ah! And then just goes back to pecking, whatever it was pecking.
But it feels far better at doing what it was doing, though, for some odd reason.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that was inspiring. I'm going to scream at someone. Alright, so yeah, Tal's MVP, or not, Tal's Scribe and Scurry's MVP, and yeah, we'll pick it up next week.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Alright, have a good week, everyone, and I'll see you then.
Alright, see you guys next week.
Big sus.
Y'all have a good weekend, or week, whatever it is for y'all.
Yeah. Peace.
Take
Alright,
care.
peace.
Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to see more D&D, and I'll see you next time. I do have another game today at 5:30 if anyone's interested in watching. Take care, and maybe I'll see you then.